an evening curfew. Anyone under 18 must be with an adult after 6 p.m. Tickets for people ages 13 to 59 are $8, while tickets for children and seniors are $4. Gates open Friday morning at 11 o'clock. For more news and weather, download our free KATV News and Weather apps. From the Channel 7 Newsroom, I'm Cassandra Webb.
UCA Bear fans, you can hear every game live on our sister station, The Point 94.1. Go Purple, go Gray, go UCA on The Point 94.1.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with Channel 7's Melinda Mayo.
Warm again today out ahead of a cold front, so mostly cloudy, a high around 82 degrees. Gets a little breezy and just a small chance of a few light showers. Tonight slow down to the mid-50s, cooler and breezy this weekend. From the Channel 7 Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Melinda Mayo.
Today's special at the Riverfront Steakhouse in the Wyndham Hotel. Dinner for two for $60. Split a 10-ounce filet, fried shrimp, and our famous salad bar.
We're back with Wild Bill at Motorsports Authority. Great selection here on the left, but what about my trade-in, Wild Bill?
We'll trade for just about anything as long as you don't have to feed it. We'll put top dollar in that trade. I'm getting country fried crazy during this sale right now, and I'll tell you what, folks, it's a lot of fun to do business with us. So if you're wanting top dollar for your trade, you need to come see us.
You can check out the complete selection online at msastore.com. Better yet, come see us in Russellville on East Main, in Hot Springs on Central. You better get down here to Motorsports Authority.
Touchdown!
This is Pat Bradley for Brewskis. The party starts at 11 a.m. this Saturday as the Hogs travel to Alabama to take on the Tide for an 11 a.m. kickoff, and Brewskis is going to open early at 10:30 a.m. You can watch the game on the Brewskitron, plenty of TVs, all the college football action with drink specials all Saturday, burgers, wings, sandwiches, and loaded fries. Doors open early, 10:30 a.m. for the 11 a.m. Hogs Alabama kickoff at Brewski's. For more info, check us out at brewskispubandgrub.com.
Have you gone all summer long and you've had pain in your knees, your back, your hips, maybe even your shoulder? Well, why don't you try to get rid of that pain? Hey, everybody, it's RJ Hawk. I've been talking about QC Kinetics now for quite some time, and I've got friends, family members across the country that are using QC Kinetics right now, and it is changing their life. And the best part? No drugs, no surgery, no downtime. Think about that for a minute. And people are feeling like they're self again with no pain. QC Kinetics doesn't just mask the pain. These treatments go to the very root of the problem, using concentrated healing properties in your own body to go directly to those joints and restore and repair those damaged tissues. Listen, life is about motion, and QC Kinetics is giving people their lives back with these all-natural treatments. Call QC Kinetics today for a free consultation. 501-222-8440. 501-222-8440. That's 501-222-8440.
There's nothing quite like outdoor living, and at Razorback Camper Sales, we've been bringing the camping lifestyle to families for over 50 years. We're Arkansas's oldest family-owned RV dealer with the best parts and service department in the state. Razorback Camper Sales has everything you need for travel trailers, fifth wheels, and pop-ups. Find out why our customers are always happy campers. Come see us in Hot Springs or online at razorbackcampersales.com.
It's Justin Aker reminding you that CertaPro Painters is here to help you as we transition from summer into fall. And if you're thinking about doing something to the outside of your home, maybe it's long overdue, CertaPro Painters is here to help. Have them come over, give you an estimate, and they can help walk you through the process of what it'll take to get it done. They can help you out with the color selection and everything else you need to get the job done right. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. Schedule your free estimate at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C. For your home, for your business, get your place looking right with the help of my friends at CertaPro Painters.
I was crossing the street when I met the love of my life. I chased after her. Nothing would stand in my way. Not the dog walker, nor the hot dog vendor. Finally reaching her, I asked, "What do you call that amazing smell?"
It's Gain Flings.
Gain Flings. My love had a name, but more importantly, it had a scent.
Fall in love with Gain Flings. Seriously good scent. Gain Flings with 50% more freshness ingredients versus leading bargain detergent.
Hey, did you know Vistaprint prints everything a small business needs? Like if a barbershop needs signage, we print outdoor signs, posters, and banners. Or if a ballet school needs merch,
1, 2,
we print tote bags, t-shirts, hoodies, hats. Or if a coffee shop needs a total refresh, Vistaprint designs logos and prints it on menus, mugs, paper bags, anything. Because with Vistaprint, the printabilities are endless. Print it all with 25% off for new customers with code NEW25 at Vistaprint.com.
If you are looking for a safe and loving home for you or your loved one, visit Heartland Rehabilitation and Care Center. Just 15 minutes from Little Rock and Benton, our skilled nursing staff is dedicated to providing quality long-term care and short-term therapy. Visit heartlandrehabcenter.com. You can call Heartland home.
Let's go. You're in the zone. Coming to you live from the Oaklawn Racing Casino Resort Studio. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only casino resort. Now, here's Justin Acree and Wes Moore on the Buzz Radio Network.
Hello, Friday. The way you thought a long time you just saved me. My life came from a ninja. Hello, Friday. The way you thought a long time.
3, 2.
Look at y'all, baby. Yeah, brighter than this thing around, baby. It's a party every time you come around, baby. Like you down, baby. It can be the ground, baby. It ain't running. Ain't nothing looking better than when I see it coming. Ain't another feeling better than when I'm blowing money. You can tell it I'm a addict. I'm addicted to money. I'm addicted to power. I bought a ticket to Rome, and by the end of the evening, never get a weekend. We won't even know what planet we on. Because Monday, go Monday, and Tuesday, she wanna go up. Wednesday, I'm ready. I'm traveling Thursday to save my life. Hello, Friday. You baby, you for a long time to just save me. When my life came tumbling.
Other teams have scored all postseason. They answered right back.
Castellanos, deep in the left field. It is a foul home run. Castellanos, high fly ball, way back, goodbye. Castellanos makes it 3-1. Spencer Strider is out.
All right, welcome into the zone on the road today at Bell and Sward in Conway. Goodbye, Ball. Goodbye, Braves. Thanks for being with us as we've got the Phillies advancing and the Braves heading home with their 100 wins, Wes. What a bummer for them. It does sound weird in there, huh? Anyway, good to be with you. We are at Bell and Sward in Conway on Oak Street. We're going to be here until 1 o'clock today. You're welcome to come by and shop any old time you like that they're open. We'll get Eric on here in mere moments and go through their hours and such. If you're looking for the location and you're staring down the right side, if you're coming from Little Rock as you go down Oak Street, well, don't, because they're on the other side of the street now. They moved all the way across the street, and now they have expanded their space. It is absolutely beautiful. It's a great setting. And the good news is, now that we do this show on camera, we can have Eric show some of his wares. We're right by the tie table, which is always a great spot. We've got plenty of socks as well. Wes can move the camera around and show everybody all the cool stuff. And there's Eric on his phone. Anyway, so we'll be here until 1, like I said. But if you need Razorback gear, if you need UCA Bear gear, Bears are back at home this week against SFA. You can come by here and get that, but that's just the tip of the iceberg. Suits, sport coats. You've heard Joseph Pinion tell you the story. Underwear, socks. We got a Martin Dingman rep here. If you want belts and shoes, one or the other, both. You got so many different options here, so we'll get Eric on in a second. Let me set the table real quick and let you know that we're going to be talking about baseball. We got the matchup set now for the CS, NL, and AL, and we'll get to that in a bit. Joseph Pinion is going to join us. As I just mentioned, he is a representative here of Bell and Sward, although he's a little busy getting ready for the season. But he's going to come on with us, talk a little bit about maybe the red-white game, the Arkansas team shooting. It was very impressive and on display in the red-white game, and hopefully that continues. And we'll get his thoughts on what's going on up there on the hill. A lot of people are turning the page to basketball. I hate to say it, but not me. Did you just break the camera?
Yep.
All right, then. Clint Sterner will join us at 10:30. We are going to talk some football with him. He's courtesy of Motorsports Authority. Tom Murphy in the 11 o'clock hour after the Red-White Report, which is brought to you by Big O Tires. We got Nathan Brown, head coach of the UCA Bears, joining us. You got a headset? Go ahead. Joining us at 11:30 today here on location, and a lot more to get to outside of that. We got Champs and Chumps brought to you by Southern
floor coating also. Eric, thanks for having us.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Buddy, I'm great. I'm about 9 coffees deep. I got a workout in this morning. I feel amazing. And it's freaking Friday, so let's go.
It is Friday.
It is. There's no doubt about it.
Yep.
Okay, what precipitated the move over here across the street?
We've been looking at, expanding for a long time. Obviously, you were at the old store, and we were bursting at the seams, and there was a lot of inventory that was in there, but you couldn't see it because we just didn't have room to display it.
You should let people walk around the back room. That would have been the best way. This is better, actually. Anyway, carry on.
Anyhow, so I've been wanting more space, and things came together, and we have more space.
One time when I first moved to Little Rock, I lived in this apartment for about a year, and then a 2-bedroom became available across the parking lot. And I will tell you, it might have been the hardest move I've ever had. Just moving across the parking lot, carrying all my crap, and I had to go up some stairs. How hard was the move, even though you're just going across the street?
It was pretty terrible, honestly.
Nobody ever says, man, I had the best move last week. It was so amazing.
I mean, in the grand scheme of things, everything went really smoothly and came together very well. So I was lucky there, but I don't care to do that ever again.
Okay. So you're going to die in this store?
Well, yes.
At least this store is going to die here is what you're saying.
I think so.
Yeah.
And
I hope you'll pass it off to your son, or maybe you'll sell out at some point and retire and relax. But
I don't think my wife wants me at home that much.
No, that's true. Well, hopefully she'll be retired by then too.
Oh, well, maybe
you guys can move to the beach.
The crazy thing was, people always say you don't realize how much stuff you accumulate in your house until you move. Same thing with the store.
Yeah.
I mean, there was just random things that we were pulling out of nooks and crannies. Brands we hadn't sold in 5 years, we'd have a sign for or whatever.
Yeah.
So that was kind of funny to see, those things pop up.
Did you do a former brand clearance sale?
I did not. I didn't have any of the inventory. It was just, signage and hangers or.
Gotcha.
Did you fill up a dumpster?
I should have ordered one. I could have, for sure.
Yeah.
But instead I made a bunch of runs to the dump. But
what's been working? What's been hot lately? And I'm assuming the sort of expanded Dingman setup has caused some attention, I'm guessing, from your patrons.
Yes, yeah. So we are officially a Martin Dingman Lodge, which means we will carry basically everything that they have. Their bags, wallets, belts, shoes, and we'll excuse me, we'll switch it out every season. Martin Dingman actually came down and designed everything you see in that area. And so they kind of curated it all for us.
Gotcha.
And we are the home state lodge because Martin Dingman is based in Arkansas.
Yeah, what town are they in?
Lead Hill.
Lead Hill, that's right.
Yep.
I should have known that by now.
Yeah, well, I feel sure you get up to Lead Hill a lot.
We are, Christian, just keep an eye on the phone. Joseph's supposed to call us at 10:15, so we'll just keep an eye out for him. He's continuing with you guys, I assume.
Yes, yeah. I hadn't talked to him in a minute, but I think he's a little busy.
We were at the State Fair yesterday, by the way. That gets underway today. They open their gates in about 45 minutes. So if you're looking for something to do for the next 10 days, you're on camera. Be nice. I'm excited. We're going to go. Listen, you and I are going to see a couple of acts. We're going to drink cold beers. We're going to look at pigs.
And the diving show.
I saw
the diving show. Did you hear about this guy?
Wait, there's a diving show?
There's a guy that does high dives from 80 feet in the air.
Into what?
Into a little pool that's 10 feet deep.
Like 9.5. Because it's not full all the way.
Yeah.
That's not safe.
No, it isn't. You want to go? You darn right you do.
I want to be the guy that guesses height and weight. That'd be fun, right?
Yeah. Anyway, so we were sitting there and I was talking about how depressed I was at the fair because I get so fed up and I'm like, we like talking X's and O's and we like talking about the upcoming game. We like talking about the opponent. But I mean, I'm like, every time we come to the fair, I'm just like, I don't care. I'm done. Like, my apathy is setting in. When's basketball start?
Yeah.
And I hate to be ugly about it because I was just complaining to the listeners 2 weeks ago about how, look, you wait all offseason for this and then the football season gets here and you all want to quit after 5 games. Relax.
Mm-hmm.
But now I'm like,
Yeah.
I mean, I think they're going to have a really good shot next week against Mississippi State at home on a Thursday, or on an 11 o'clock kick, rather, Thursday. 11 o'clock kick. But this week's going to be a tall order again. Yep. Anyway, so I started looking at it. So, like, there was the last 5 years, they've been coming on a long losing streak. It was like last year was a 3-game losing streak. We're at the fair. They had a 5-game losing streak. We're at the fair. They were 1-5 at one point a few years ago. I mean, they haven't had a good run through the fair, and it's like when we're at the fair for media day every year, it's like I'm so frustrated with this team right now.
Yep.
But it's been a bad lead up. So luckily they finished out the season last year okay. You know, last year was that weird deal with the schedule. They had 3-3-3 or 3-3-2-2-1-1.
Yep.
And I just hope they get on a 4-game winning streak after this 4-game losing streak if they happen to, or 5-game?
5.
5-game.
If they lose to Alabama.
Yeah. That'd be a good one to start a 4-game winning streak.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it? Yeah, it'd be good.
Well, they hadn't beaten them since 2006, so.
That's true. They're due. Way overdue.
I mean, law of averages says we have to beat them at some point.
That is true. Let's talk some hoops. Joseph Pinion standing by on the Brandon Moving and Storage Hotline, and I appreciate him coming on. Obviously, you'll hear his ads on the buzz talking about Bell Sward. Joseph, how are you?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
Buddy, I'm awesome. We're happy to be here in Conway. We're happy to be at Bell Sward. And, look, I'm going to watch all the rest of the football games, but there is a great anticipation for basketball season already. The red-white game was very intriguing, and you guys knocked down a ton of shots. And after the game, of course, typical Coach Musselman, he was complaining about the three-point defense. So how'd you feel about the shooting performance by both teams in the red-white game the other day?
Both teams really put up a really good shooting performance. We've never really been known for a shooting team in the past, but I feel like this year we're a better shooting team than we were last. We're a better shooting team this year than we were last year. Sorry.
Who has stood out to you in practices and such as far as shooting it?
Jeremiah Davenport. He's been shooting it really good. I've been normally on the team whenever I've been here. I've been known as the only shooter, but I feel like JD. He's another guy that can really just knock down threes for sure.
A lot of people didn't get to go to the red-white game here in Central Arkansas and see this team firsthand. It wasn't on TV. How is Joseph Pinion different this year from last? What will fans notice when they watch you play this year?
Hopefully they'll notice some improved defense. Hopefully they'll see some improved three-point shooting percentage. I've been working on my body. I feel like I've got stronger, more athletic. I feel like that I've just added a lot to my game this year, and I feel more comfortable on the court than I was last year.
That's the thing I noticed
I
saw the pictures of you, Joseph, that you were bigger. You were more muscular. How much have you added?
I've stayed the same weight, but I've lost the bad weight and replaced it with better weight.
Gotcha. Yeah, I was going to ask how much you bench now, so you look like you're pretty jacked.
225.
I like that. A bunch of times. 225 a bunch of times looks like. That's good. Well, obviously that's not the key though. It's knocking down shots. What about on the other side of the other end of the floor as far as defensively? That's obviously something that Coach Musselman values very significantly. How do you feel like your defense has improved? I'm assuming if you're in better physical shape, that part of it comes a little bit easier, maybe.
Definitely, getting it better in shape. Just being able to do it for longer periods of time. Being a defensive stance is really the key, and I worked on that more. And basically being able to get low, stay low, and slide to the feet has really helped me.
Yeah, I noticed when you guys had to run the mile, your mile time was pretty impressive for a bigger guy.
Yeah, I've been running it. We ran the mile at Morrilton, and I always had to make it in a faster time. And so I feel like I've really, been preparing for this, the mile my whole life, basically.
How would you say the team chemistry is coming along? Because there are so many new guys.
I feel like this year's team chemistry is really good. We've bonded. We've been to the lake a couple times. We've done a lot of team bonding events. So I just feel like we're pretty tight, and I feel like we should, and we all play for each other. No one wants to see. Everyone wants to see. Everyone wants to see.
One of the things, Pat Bradley and I were talking about this a couple weeks ago, but when you have a team offensively, there's usually a pecking order. You have a go-to guy, you have your secondary guys. And I just wonder about this team because there seems to be more scorers this year on the team, guys that are capable of any particular night scoring 20-plus points. Is there a pecking order yet with this team offensively, kind of the go-to guy, the guy that's going to take more shots than other guys?
I haven't seen one yet. I feel like whenever everyone's on the court, everyone gets shot. I just feel like that's how this year's team is. We're more everyone eats kind of a team.
We were all a little, I mean, not all of us, but I mean, some of us were a little surprised about Jalen Graham, and he fought for minutes last year, and we thought maybe he would, try to find something else for this coming season, but he's back, and it sounds like Coach is embracing what he's brought to the table. It was really defense and rebounding were the things that were seemingly lacking. What have you seen from him as far as his growth? We've also seen him explode offensively a couple of times last year too, but he's obviously got all the talent in the world. But how has he been this year?
JG's been great. He's just taking his level of practice to a whole different level. He's going a lot harder. He's putting maximum effort in. He's grinding, and it's just really he's seeing the benefits of it right now, I guess.
And then I got to ask about Brazil too. We saw just a glimpse of the super freak that he is before he got injured last year. How is he coming along? What are you expecting from him this year as he tries to get back on the court or will get back on the court?
Whenever he gets back, I feel like everything's just going to take off. I feel like he's been the missing piece. And, I'm expecting a really big year from him this year.
How about Devo? Same old Devo? Has he changed any?
Devo. Yeah, y'all know Devo. He's going to do what Devo does. He's going to play hard. He's going to play good defense. He's going to hit some shots. He's going to do it all.
So we're talking to Joseph Pinion if you're just tuning in on the Brandon Moving and Storage Hotline. What exactly are you guys doing? What's your schedule like this time of year with practices and such?
We're in training camp right now, so this is the hardest time of the year.
Mm-hmm.
We're going real hard. 2.5 hours every day, lifting every other day. We got classes, so it's just every day is really long, really hard. But
how much is physical
conditioning? Ready for the game.
Yeah, 2.5 hours. How much is physical conditioning and how much is actual basketball stuff?
The way we do it, we're just moving every time, all the time. So for those 2.5 hours, we're just constantly moving. Where, we have guys, I know T-Mark the other day, we had like a 2.5 hour practice. He had ran 6 miles in that practice.
That sounds awful, actually. Now that you're settled in with some time on the hill, what are some of the best lessons you've learned so far early in your career here?
Definitely defense will get you on the floor. That's one of the first things I learned. Be a hard worker. We got a ton of hard workers. Being able to know plays is really important here because we have so many different plays that we all have to know. I know a bunch of different positions too.
I love
y'all's. Some of the things.
Sorry, I love y'all's schedule. I mean, starting with a scrimmage against Purdue, but we've been talking about Duke, and then of course the tournament. You guys will play some quality opponents. What's your thoughts on the non-conference schedule?
We got a really tough non-conference schedule, but I feel like we wouldn't have scheduled it if we weren't prepared to win every game out there.
Any game you're looking forward to the most?
No, I look at every game the same, but I'm definitely excited for the game in the Bahamas. I've never been there. I've always wanted to travel there, go see them.
Excited for the games or excited for the Bahamas?
A little bit of both.
How much free time do you guys get at tournaments like that or events like that?
Last year, I think we went 2 days early.
Okay.
We had 2 days before the tournament started where we could enjoy the Hawaii.
Gotcha. What'd you do this summer?
Just work out.
And then through fall, I mean, before you guys started did you guys start from day one of school? I mean, were you guys already in training camp, or did you guys have a little bit of time?
We started, we started practice June. We started practice in June, and we've been practicing ever since then.
Okay.
Yeah, I think this team is going to be biting at the or just ready to go and play somebody else.
Yeah.
Very soon. Probably, are you there now? You're ready to play somebody else?
Definitely. We're ready. We're tired of beating up on each other.
Bro, 1 week from today.
Yeah.
1 week from today. Arkansas and UT Tyler. Wes, you know UT Tyler?
I mean, I don't know anything about them. I know where it is.
It's in Tyler. Even I know that. I'm an idiot.
I mean, I know where it is in Tyler. I could drive you there.
Yeah. Well, Purdue's one of the favorites to win the national title. That's a great test coming up the following week, too. You got to be looking forward to those games and getting on the court against somebody else, but also that Purdue game. Wes already alluded to it, but that's a big-time opportunity. It was kind of like, Texas last year. You guys go down there, and everybody knew they were going to be a tough out, and you guys didn't have a very good trip down to Austin, but hopefully you guys can ruin Purdue's trip down to Fayetteville.
Yeah, I'm hoping we get a better trip. I'm hoping it turns out better than it did last year.
Yeah. Well, it's a great test for sure. I mean, they're one of the top 5 teams as far as the odds go to win the national title this year, and obviously with their big man, it's going to be a tough challenge for you guys. It'll be a great game.
Mm-hmm.
I know people are excited about seeing this team. First official game, of course, November 6th. That's when everybody gets rolling against Alcorn State up at Bud Walton. Since we're here at Bell Sward and you've got a relationship with these guys, let me ask you a couple of things. Are you a slacks and sport coat guy or more of a suit guy?
I'm more of a sweatpants kind of guy.
Well, if you got to get decked out.
I go tuck.
Okay, I gotcha. So you bow tie guy or you regular, more traditional tie guy?
See, I like the bow tie, but I just don't think it looks that good on me, so I just go regular.
Well, okay, I gotcha. They're hard. I always do this. I have to watch a YouTube video every time I tie a bow tie.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I don't do it very often. I should practice it to the point where I can ingrain it in my brain. I have to do it once a day for 2 weeks straight probably. But anyway, it's very frustrating to me.
Well, I was so bad. I got on YouTube and watched it, and I still couldn't figure it out.
Yeah.
And I gave up and wore the clip on.
Yeah. It looks so much better to have a tied bow tie, though. I can help you, I think, through it.
I'll call you next time.
Okay. I'll help you.
Or you may just have to come over.
That's fine. I'll trade you for a beer. I'll help you. No
Joseph,
problem.
do you wear with your suit, or are you more of a tennis shoes guy now that's acceptable, or are you putting on the dress shoes?
Definitely tennis shoe guy.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Yeah. Are you guys required to dress up at all? I mean, do you guys have any team events that you guys are required to dress up for nowadays?
We don't have any. No, we actually have an event today. Suits and sneakers that we're going to. We got a tug. So the school got it, or Mr. Hubbard got it.
Okay. You saying tux?
You said what?
Did you say tuxedo?
Yeah.
Oh, you're going all in. Okay.
Wow.
I like it. All right. Well, cool. Well, listen.
Yeah, we all
that'll be a good look. I appreciate that. You go black sneaks or white sneaks with your tux?
I think I'm probably going to go black.
Okay. That'd be a good look. Well, listen, I appreciate the time, man. Good luck this season. Hopefully we can catch up again when we get rolling here. But we're certainly rooting for you guys, and a lot of people are excited, per usual. A lot of anticipation around this team. So we'll look forward to getting the season started next Friday. All right. Joseph, thank you.
Man.
Appreciate it. Joseph Pinion on the Brandon Moving and Storage Hotline. We're going to keep it moving because we got a busy day today. Eric's already sizing dudes up, getting them ready to go. Booted and suited, as they say. So we will get him back on over here in a little bit. The cool thing is, again, you can go to our YouTube page or Facebook or Twitter live, and you can see the video. And we'll have Eric show you a few of the offerings. He's got a ton of cool Razorback and Central Arkansas gear. And now that he's got the expanded store, even more opportunities. Check out those socks with the red and white there, Wes. Those would be great for a Razorback fan. I wish we could zoom on our cameras, but he's got a whole sock set up over here next to the ties. And so if you want to get set up and you want to be the sharpest looking person at the next ball game you attend, this is the place to be. I'm looking for purple, more purple, anything purple. I need a sport coat. I think President Davis got a purple suit in here, and I asked him about it. I don't know if I ever told you the story.
Yeah, he wouldn't tell you?
He wouldn't tell me.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got a UCA liner inside. Yeah. So sharp looking. But I'm going to show up one of these days with a purple suit, and I'm going to blow his mind.
Are the Lumberjacks purple?
Yeah.
A lot of purple tomorrow.
A lot of purple. Although I think the Bears are going all black.
Ooh.
They went black jerseys. I didn't love the look last week. Black jerseys, purple pants with white helmets.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're tweaking it a little bit, and they're going all black. Black jerseys and black pants this week. And I think the helmets may be gray this week. I think it'll be sharp. I saw a quick pic of it yesterday. I'll have to do a little more investigation. We'll ask Coach Brown about it when he comes by. Clint Sterner's going to be with us on the other side. We'll chat with him about the matchup with Alabama and all the cool games this weekend. There are some awesome games across the country, SEC and otherwise. Basically, pick a conference. There's a pretty good matchup or more than one in just about every league this weekend.
Drove by Big O Tires today here in Conway. You need some tires, you know where to go. Big O Tires, Cabot and Conway. Great selection of tires. Always a deal for you. Go to the website, bigotires.com/deals to see the monthly deal. And they've got all the name brand tires, plus they have the Big O tire. That's a great tire, too. And remember, they got mechanics on hand ready to work on your car. They do a lot more than just tires. Brakes, alignment, oil changes. They'll get you back out on the road ready to just run as smooth as ever. It's Big O Tires in Cabot and Conway. Conway, their own Hark Rider Cabot. It's Prospect Court right in front of Kroger. Big O Tires, the team we trust.
It's Randy Rainwater. Join me for the Sonic Blast this Friday in Heber Springs with the Panthers hosting the Lone Oak Jackrabbits. Brought to you by Sonic Drive-In and 103.7 The Buzz.
This is Sports Center.
A big night across the world of sports. First in baseball, the Philadelphia Phillies took care of the Atlanta Braves in game number 4 to win their National League Divisional Series by 3-1. The score of the game was also 3-1. Nick Castellanos becomes the first player in Major League Baseball history to hit 2 home runs in consecutive games in the postseason. The Phillies will now be matched up with the Arizona Diamondbacks in the National League Championship Series. In the American League Championship Series, it's an all-Texas affair between the Astros and the Rangers. And finally, the National Football League, it was Kansas City getting past Denver last night 19-8. The Broncos scored late in the fourth quarter. The Chiefs got a field goal from Harrison Butker to put themselves up 11 and get to 5-1. I'm Josh Neighbors for the Buzz Radio Network.
Mike Poor at Whitetail Properties Real Estate presents the Razorback Key to Victory each Thursday on Drive Time Sports. Randy and Rick preview the game and what it will take for the Razorbacks to win. The Key to Victory brought to you by Mike Poor at Whitetail Properties Real Estate.
The best way to show up for tailgate season is with Mark McClarty Ford. Come see one of the largest selections of the best tailgating vehicles stadium parking lots have ever seen. And right now, take a whopping $12,000 off brand new Ford F-150s. That's $12,000 off. All with a 5-star legendary car buying experience. Come visit Mark McClarty Ford today, off Highway 67 and at markmclartyford.com. Better prices, even better customer service.
Strength is measured not by the number of accounts. Strength is placing value on relationships. It's having the vision and the guts to invest in growth. It's the commitment to responsibly manage your money. At Stevens, we believe that our strengths build success, not only for us, but for our clients. Stevens, member NYSE, SIPC.
This is David Dunn with Central Arkansas Truck and Trailer. Do you own or operate Max, Volvos, Freightliners, Kenworths, Peterbilts, or international trucks? We can offer you the same dealership-level computer diagnostics with highly trained and professional mechanics without dealership wait times and cost. Whether you're a municipality, fleet, or small business with one truck, come see why our customers have made us the highest-rated independent repair shop in Arkansas. Central Arkansas Truck and Trailer. Take exit 7 on I-440 or call 568-2185.
Hi, I'm Rick Pennington of Lions Drug. We have great news. Generic Cialis is now available at a huge savings. We have Tadalafil, the FDA-approved generic of Cialis, in a 20-milligram tablet at a savings of up to 80%. We have the 5-milligram daily tablets for less than $3 a pill. Lions Drug continues to be your go-to pharmacy for men's health. What are you waiting for? Call us today at 844-676-2247 or go to our website at lionsdrug.com.
If you're looking for the best midday sports talk show in all of the land, look no further than The Zone in the Oaklawn Racing Casino Resort Studio with Justin Acree and Wes Moore.
All right. 10:34. Welcome back. We are in the zone live from Bell Sward in Conway. Eric, you want to grab some of your items, maybe some Razorback gear, a few UCA things, and we can show them to the world on camera? That would be grand if you want to, or anything else you want to showcase. We were trying to run down Clint Sterner, and I don't mean literally run him down because, well, that would be rude, but we are going to try to get him on here momentarily. to talk about, Razorback football and the SEC and the national games of note and such.
Over on the Southern Structural Solutions text line, JK wants to know, does Purdue still have that big, tall skyscraper center?
Yeah, that's right.
They do.
That's why they're one of the top teams in the country coming into the season. And why that's not the reason why, but they will likely do what they normally do, right?
Yes, they're a good team even without him, but he is a key piece.
They'll go into the postseason as a 1 seed, and they'll lose in the first or second round.
From the 501, it's not height and weight, it's weight and age. I did guess your weight and age the summer of '85 at Six Flags over Texas.
That's weird. Creepy. Let's see here. I'm still no Sterner. I'll text him here in a minute, Christian. Did you text him?
You text him?
Yeah, you text him. Some Asher Record Live fan feedback. Jason says, tell David happy birthday. Everybody in the free world has told David happy birthday. I think he's good. Thank you, though. Diamond Hog says, game ball to Nick Castellanos for hitting 2 more home runs Thursday night in the Phillies series clinching win. That made him the first player ever to have back-to-back multi-homer games in the postseason. I didn't realize that. That's amazing.
Back.
Yep. So I just said
4 home runs last night. That was all the scoring. 4 solo home runs.
Yeah.
How about the Phillies? Another wild card team moving on. 3 of the Houston Astros were the only team that got a bye that moved on.
Christian, what is our question of the day today? Or questions?
Our questions of the day today, the obvious Friday one, which is Arkansas takes on Alabama with the line at Alabama 19.5. What happens? So far, the leader is Alabama wins and covers.
I bet Justin Moore a Guinness that they would cover.
Well, earlier this week, you and I went on record. You were kind of hem-hawing and deciding what your final score would be, and it was pretty close to mine. I had written mine down and showed you. I think you said 38-13. I said 38-10.
Yeah, 34-13, 38-13, 38-10, something like that, 34-10.
So I have Alabama covering too. You know, the more I look into the numbers, I see where Justin Moore's coming from. I like the way Arkansas's defense is playing, and I do think they'll keep I think there will be a point where Alabama it's just the offense, man. The offense can't stay on the field. It wears down the defense, and that's what Alabama specializes in. That's what they do. They wear you down.
They're getting a safety back this week, but Walcott's maybe out.
Well,
I read there was a safety that was coming back that we know that hasn't played.
Well, Malik Chavis was back last
Exactly.
week.
That's who it was. Okay.
He had that big sack on 3rd down where he just, man, they say he's one of the fastest guys on the team. He came on a blitz, and he did. He looked like the fastest guy on the team when he came up the middle and sacked Dart, and that was a big 3rd down play for Arkansas. I thought at that time, here they go. They got a chance.
Yeah.
But once again, the chance ended when they punted and the offense got the ball.
We've been talking a lot about, Eric, you'll throw that on. We've been talking a lot about time of day with Alabama and Arkansas and 11 a.m. game. We thought, well, that's super rare. Well, guess what? Nick Saban's done just fine at Alabama in the morning. He's 199-28 in 17 seasons, which is so dumb I can't even begin to think about it.
So he's going for his 200th win?
His 200th
win.
Yes. 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 He is, what do you think his record is in 26 games, in games that kick off at 11:30 or earlier? 26 games he's played. He's coached in.
24-2.
Eric?
25-1.
You said 24-2. Christian?
I said 25-1.
Nick Saban is 26-0 at Alabama in games that kick off at 11:30 or earlier, according to the Arkansas Democrat Gazette this morning.
I thought they lost to Louisiana Monroe at
Must have been an afternoon game.
in the morning. I'm probably read that
Must have
wrong.
started at noon.
Misremembered.
I mean, seriously.
Yeah,
might have been a noon game. Yeah.
That's incredible. We were talking about the early start, and I started going back yesterday while we were at the fair looking at some of their 11 o'clock kickoffs, and they were all just dominant wins. Of course, a lot of them were non-conference games. That's why it was 11 o'clock game. It was 56-3, 49-0. I was like, ugh. He'll have them ready.
He's 19-2 against Arkansas, 3-2 at LSU, 16-0 at Alabama, of course. Last time they beat a Saban-coached team, 21-20, the Miracle on Markham.
Took a miracle to beat Saban.
Did. Maybe take a miracle or two to win this year. And Alabama leads the series by 25-8. Yuck. All right, let's talk about some gear. Here's the thing. The game may suck, and your team may lose, but at least you can look good. Yeah. So for those of you who are looking at us live on YouTube or Twitter or Facebook, Eric's got some gear here for Central Arkansas fans and for Razorback fans who want to go to the game all decked out. And we got some fun stuff here. Now, is this officially licensed?
Yeah.
Because I thought initially they
You
were
think
not.
they're selling stuff here off of this?
Well, there was some pushback, wasn't there, on this particular design of shirt, or is that a little bit different?
Yes. So this is the new
version.
They got rid of the alcohol references on the shirt.
Okay, if you look closely, and you may not be able to tell on the camera, maybe you can now if he holds it up close, but there's a bunch of basically little things that are related to football games. So you got like a megaphone, you've got footballs, you got the foam finger, a guy doing touchdown. I mean, there's a million little things on there. It's a cool shirt. There's also a Central Arkansas version, but there was also, what was on there?
It was like a 6-pack of beer or like a keg or something.
Did the UCA people let that stay?
Yes.
Okay, I see they're much more loose about that, which is funny because you can drink beer at Arkansas games and you can't at Central Arkansas games.
You
see the irony
silly.
here.
It's silly.
Yeah, it is odd.
I just noticed they've got Uncle Rico on there.
That is hilarious. Who designs these? Where do these come from?
Johnny O.
It's a Johnny O thing?
Yeah, it's Johnny O's.
That's phenomenal. I actually have this shirt.
Hey, it's
the UCA version.
And it's that fabric I
it's
love.
so soft, yeah. Nice and dry. It's wicking.
Moisture wicking.
Moisture wicking.
Breathable.
Thank you for saying moisture. It's my favorite. Moist.
Okay, what color is that?
So
it's blue and white.
That's what I thought.
It's
It looks like-
cottage blue.
Cottage blue.
Well, that's what Peter Millar calls it. But I had never sold the blue. It's licensed by U of A. They allow us to use that color.
It reminds me of Ole Miss.
Yes.
Correct. But
It's very odd.
it's been very popular.
It's a good looking shirt. I like the logo too. Hold that up again.
Yep.
Show the camera it's
old
the
school.
Razorback version with just the plain print hogs across it. That's cool.
Yeah.
You get the same thing in red though with the hogs deal across on the chest here. That's a cool one too. Is that a Johnny O?
Yeah, these are
It's all Johnny O.
Yep.
This is a great looking shirt. This is a UCA shirt. Again, if you're not watching this, I apologize. This is terrible radio, but it's a purple shirt. It's like a purple and white gray sort of blend.
Yeah.
With the UCA logo over the chest. That's a great looking shirt. I'm gonna have to give me one of those.
Very lightweight.
Yeah.
So that's the featherweight. So super thin.
Feels great.
That's what I boxed at featherweight when I was 9.
And the last one I brought was just a lightweight quarter zip.
Yeah.
with
You got
the
pretty good
logo.
supplies on all the sizes and things for.
Yeah, I just got about 3 shipments in this past week. So-
Great. Well, if you're heading up to the Hill next weekend for the Mississippi State game, or you're getting ready for basketball, I mean, what a fun weekend next weekend. You get the Friday night basketball game if you can get tickets, and then the football game on Saturday a.m. against Mississippi State, and you only got to do one night hotel if you can find a place that'll give you one night hotel.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, my buddy said he went up in last minute. He found a one-night deal a couple weeks ago when they played their last home game. So I think as people start to
that's a good
the
point.
crowds whittle down,
Yeah.
they're going to have to take what they can get.
What is it? Supply and demand?
It is called supply and demand. Thank you. I flunked econ, but I believe that's correct.
I never took it.
Well, you didn't flunk it then. That's good. What are your hours here at the location of Bell Sward in Conway?
10 to 6 Monday through Friday, 10 to 5 on Saturday, not open on Sunday.
No, son. Hey, you got to have a day to play golf, which I know you do.
Yeah,
You do
yeah.
Tuesdays occasionally too, kid.
That was one time.
One time. You got to get you in the Buzz tournament next year.
I'm a really poor golfer.
Well, so am I. He's not. I am. We didn't play this year either, so I can't say anything. Let's take our break. And
I got a note from Clint Sterner. He said he got sideways. He wants to see if we can do it any time in the 11 o'clock hour.
Sure can't, probably, because we got a real busy 11 o'clock hour. We got
11:45.
Yep, 11:45 it is.
Okay,
that'll be fine. We come back. Let's do our
Other
champs.
question of the day today?
Oh, I'm sorry, Christian. Yes.
Is getting a bye in baseball a good or bad thing? 3 of the teams that received byes this year all lost.
I'm still going to say it's a good thing.
I'm going to say it's a bad thing. Results speak for themselves.
But let's go back and look over a larger swath of time versus just 1 year. Don't be a prisoner of the moment.
The Phillies beat the Braves last year. Same scenario, right?
Didn't it just start last year in baseball?
The expanded wild card round.
Yeah.
You'll have to look that up. I'm not sure.
Well, they did the
My team hasn't been in the playoffs for a while, so I haven't been paying attention.
They did the single elimination there for a minute.
That one game,
The one game thing.
I don't
which was
consider
didn't
that a
like
bye,
that.
though. That's not really a bye. It's just
No.
like you get a couple extra days.
Yeah. But I think last year or the year before was the first time they did the 3-game series.
I just don't know how physically and mentally it isn't refresh. You come out clean and refreshed, and you don't do better. I just don't get it. Staying sharp hitting, I get it, but like for pitchers to be able to rest their arms for a full week, that's got to be beneficial. It's got to.
It may be more advantageous for the team that's playing, not so much the team that's not. You know what I'm saying? To where it's not really hurting the team that gets the bye, but it's helping the team that's playing so that they're clicking.
Yeah.
When it comes time to move on to the next round.
They will figure it out because they're smart people, and they'll figure out a way to keep their guys sharp at the plate, I got to think. And if you have to do simulated games, I mean, I realize it's not the same thing, but that's the next best thing. I don't know what they're doing right now. I'm assuming they gave the guys at least a couple, 3 days off. But
no, I'll tell you this. The Rangers practiced yesterday, and they brought up some of their top minor league pitchers to throw live batting practice to their hitters.
But they weren't on a bye.
Well, no, they don't play till Sunday. The Rangers were done Tuesday, so they had 5 days off.
Okay, there you go. That's
And the Astros got done Wednesday, so they'll have 4 days off. So it's not as big of a difference this time in the ALCS. But that's what the Rangers were doing, is bringing in some of their better pitchers from minor leagues to throw.
And the National League starts Saturday? I've got the schedule here. I could just look at it. How
I
about
believe
that?
so, yes.
National League starts Monday.
Or is it Monday?
It's Monday.
Sunday, Monday.
That makes more sense.
Yep. Sunday game for AL. Verlander's going to go for Houston. They've already announced. It's a game at 7:15 on Fox. TBS is going to have the National League games, and that game is 7:07. So, yeah, it's going to be fun. This is a great time of year, man. You got football games every night, and you've got, championship baseball going too. So, it's great.
Think about Monday. Have the Rangers in the afternoon, the Cowboys Monday night. A lot of people will be excited down, here too, but down there.
Rangers are at 7:15.
Not Monday night, right?
They're not.
Oh, Monday. I'm sorry, Wes. Yeah, afternoon.
Their afternoon game on Monday.
Uh-huh.
That's good.
Yeah.
Me likes all-day sports.
It's a bad day to be a Miller Lite.
All right, 10:47. We're back at Bell Sward and Conway after this.
At Southern Floor Coating, coatings are all they do, and they won't be beat on price. Factory-trained installers using the purest form of polyurea with UV stability for all your outside projects. When you call, you'll talk with a professional interested in your project, not a voicemail. Don't trust a fly-by-night company that may not be in business next year. Transform your patio, porch, or pool deck and call the real pros at Southern Floor Coating. 501-402-4912 or take a look at southernfloorcoating.com.
This month is the 46th anniversary of Robert Irwin Jewelers. Get to a Robert Irwin Jewelers store near you and save big on engagement rings, anniversary bands, and diamond pendants. Bigger, brighter diamonds, better prices. Robert Irwin Jewelers or online at rijewelers.com.
Hi, neighbor. It's Garen with Shamrock Roofing. Fall is upon us. Don't go into the cold, wet winter months wondering if your roof will hold up till spring. Get peace of mind today. For the next 30 days, we're offering a free impact-resistant roof upgrade. Plus, if you've been denied coverage by your insurance company after the storms, you qualify to win a new roof for free. Just visit shamrockroofer.com for more details. Shamrock Roofing, where one call does it all at shamrockroofer.com.
Stacked Commercial Truck and Trailer has 5 service trucks available, providing you on-site service to get you back on the road. If that doesn't do it, Stacked has a new state-of-the-art 13-bay shop for service and repair on all Class A trucks, trailers, RVs, light and medium-duty commercial vehicles, tires, brakes, AC, engine repair, transmissions, differentials, and driveline repair. Stacked Commercial Truck and Trailer Repair. Get Stacked 2 miles off 530 exit 34 in Whitehall.
Pickup truck, sports car, motorcycle, minivan, townhouse, 2-story, farmhouse, fixer-upper. What you drive and where you live is different for everyone, so it's important to have insurance that fits your needs and is just right for you. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that, which is why our agents help you design a comprehensive auto, home, and life insurance plan. Insurance that fits just right.
See Shelter Agent Matt Steele in Bryant, Todd Matthews in Benton, or Justin Stewart in Malvern today.
Adding the price of ribeyes per pound, the potatoes, salad, drinks, then the charcoal.
What are you doing, Hope? And what's with the calculator?
Oh, hey, Courtney, trying to add up the cost of throwing a cookout.
Why would you go through all of that when you could just go to the butcher shop instead?
Wait, what? Now that's a great idea, because by the time I buy everything at the store, I could have just gone to the butcher shop instead and saved money.
Not to mention all that messy cleanup you won't have to do now. So for your next gathering, let the Butcher Shop Steakhouse do all the cooking on their huge charcoal grill.
Blue Jeans and Bubbles, October 19th at the Argenta Plaza, presented by Ronald McDonald House Charities of Arkansas. It's a great event with craft beer tastings, live music, and barbecue from Buzz BQ People's Choice winner, Black Mamba Barbecue. Go to bluejeansandbubbles.org.
If you want sports and entertainment, then you've come to the right place. You're in the zone with Justin Inquiry and Wes Moore, coming to you live from the Oaklawn Racing Casino Resort Studio on the Buzz Radio Network.
In this river that I've been washing my hands in forever. I know there is hope in these waters, but I can't bring myself to swim when I am drowning in this silence. Be This is all the year I've been dreaming about this. First day of practice, I was thinking about this. But you're on the news, yeah, they see about this. Even in the paper, they go read.
All right, we're back at Bell Sward in Conway. Christian, we are sponsored on this one. Yes.
Yes, but I could not find it. On
Okay. We are sponsored by Southern Floor Coatings. Appreciate Aaron Eford. Got a chance to see him this week. He was playing in our Buzz Golf Tournament. Good dude and a heck of a golfer. Shot himself a tidy little 67 the other day on his own ball, but he could not carry his team, I don't think, to victory. But they did, in fact, get a top 3 spot, I believe, in the morning. But it was great to see him and appreciate Southern Floor Coatings. If you need to take that next step, and you go to their website, it's good company. It's cool what they do, though. I mean, you can really make just completely change the look of a pool deck or a garage, or I mean, you can go into their website. Southern Floor Coating is their website.com. 501-443-4054. But residential, commercial, industrial doesn't matter. And again, pool decks probably a pretty common thing for them. I like the floor coating for like a garage. Mm-hmm. Those are sweet.
Yep.
Anyway, enough about that. Let's talk about champs and chumps. My champ this week is Simone Biles. We have not talked about her. Simone, the most decorated gymnast ever, her 6th all-around gold medal. The 26-year-old made history at the Artistic Gymnastics World Championships in Antwerp, Belgium, and scored well on the balance beam, floor, vault, and uneven bars. Her 6th gold medal in the all-around tied her with Japan's Kohei Uchimura for the most titles by a man or a woman, but more importantly, gave her combined 34 world and Olympic medals, a number no one has ever reached. The GOAT, Simone Biles, my champ of the week.
My champ of the week is Glenn Day. Glenn had a great tournament last weekend, finished tied for 3rd, and that moved him way up on the Charles Schwab Cup standings. That's important so he can make a run here at the end. He's now 47th on the Charles Schwab Cup standings. Ken Duke, by the way, is 25th. And Glenn's off to a good start today. They're playing the SAS Championship, and Glenn has played 1 hole, and he birdied it. So if he keeps this up, he's going to win.
If he birdies every hole?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm almost sure.
Yes, that would be 54 under, a new record.
Christian, you have a champ this week?
Yes, I'm going to go over to Nick Castellanos.
Yeah.
He hit 2 home runs in back-to-back games. He's the first player to ever do that in playoff history.
Well, that's reason enough. My chump this week is Taylor Swift.
Okay.
Taylor Swift last night again, looking sharp, attended the ball game between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Denver Broncos. By the way, give the Chiefs a tip of the cap. They have now won 16 straight against their division. I'm going to call them foes, not rivals, because it's hard to have a rivalry when you beat a team like that. What will end for Christian? How about this for a question of the day on Monday? What will end first? Alabama's dominance over Arkansas or Kansas City's dominance over Denver?
I think that's an easy answer.
So anyway,
It's Denver.
yeah. Well, they get 2 shots at them every year. That's the difference too. Although Arkansas, I don't think wants 2 shots against Alabama every year. Anyway, Taylor Swift. I appreciate the fact that she and Kelsey are going strong. I love the fact that they're in a relationship. I think it's great for pop culture fodder. But there is a picture, Wes, right here. What is she doing?
She's.
What is she doing, Wes?
She's hugging. I saw video of it, and I guess it was happening all night. Hugging Patrick Mahomes' wife that you can't stand.
No, you're getting the stink of Brittany Mahomes all over you. Please stop. And they've been out hanging out together, apparently with Sophie Turner. Like, the whole thing is just ridiculous. Look, you are Taylor Swift. Try to act like it. It's fine that you want to date a guy who some people argue is beneath your state, but at the very least, you can't be hanging out with Brittany Mahomes. I can't have it. I cannot stand her. I respect and I like Taylor Swift. I cannot stand Brittany Mahomes. I do not want those two to be friends. And I saw a picture. She was talking to Kelsey's mom last night again, too, but you got to get away from Brittany Mahomes. She is bad news, man.
Don't you think she's trying? And Brittany's the type that's just kind of just leeching and just following her everywhere she goes in that suite and then sits right next to her, and you're like, I'm going to move up to this row. I have a better angle. And then all of a sudden, here she comes, and she sits next to you up there. And every time you stand up and cheer, she's giving you a hug. And you're like, God, okay.
I don't know.
I think she's trying and just can't get rid of her.
Well,
my chump of the week comes from last night, too. West Virginia. You score late in the game. You got the game won. Hail Mary. What do? Ball's in the air. Knock it down.
Christian, how did
it try to pick it off? Knock it down.
How did that sound last night?
4th and 10, ball game on the line. Green's pass. Caught. Wow. And look out. It's Clement. He might score. He does score. Touchdown, West Virginia.
Game over, right? Good job.
15 pass completions in a row. This will be his last, and it's for the football game. If he can get it off. For the end zone. Tipped. And touchdown. Holy Toledo. Stephon Jackson does it again.
Timmy B.
I think don't bat it down. I think catch it. I think too many things can happen. We were talking about this. Coach Brown and I were talking about this. Well, when he comes in there today, we'll talk to him about it. I think you try to catch the thing and pick it off. I mean, you try to bat it down, it could be tipped into somebody's hands if you don't get a good swat on it. You're not, and maybe if you practice it a lot, it's fine. But anyway, that was a bummer, huh? For West Virginia.
What'd you think of the color guy on that play, on that call?
Did he step on him?
Oh, yeah.
I was not paying attention.
I can't believe that didn't stick out like a sore thumb to you.
I was sort of distracted. Sorry. I was looking up Dana Holgorsen because I was like, wasn't this the Dana Holgorsen Bowl? Because he came from West Virginia to Houston. That's what I thought.
Yeah, it was.
What a great win for him.
Oh, great.
Congrats, Coach. Christian, who is your
West Virginia was undefeated in Big 12 play. I think they were 4-1 coming in this game.
Christian, who's your chump?
My chump is all the 100-win teams in the MLB. They've all been eliminated already.
Yep.
Also, Clayton Kershaw, who's a notorious playoff choker.
Yes, he is. He certainly is.
There's talk that he may want to come home and play for the Rangers next year.
Yeah.
And I'm
I don't think he won.
He's still a good pitcher. He's just not good in the postseason. He helped the Cubs to their World Series a few years ago as a Dodger. Appreciate you. All right, we are about to hit a break. Stay tuned. We're at Bell Sward in Conway.
Football fans, tailgate season is here, which means it's time to score touchdowns and savings for your vehicle. At All About Tire and Brake Tire Pros, we offer incredible deals and service like your daddy used to get, with the financing options that fit your budget. With our team by your side, you'll get MVP service along with the traction and confidence you need to stay on the road. Visit us online today at allabouttireandbrake.com. All About Tire and Brake Tire Pros. Love the drive.
River Valley Tractor, your leading Kubota dealer of Central Arkansas. River Valley Tractor is closer than you think. A company that cares for you is right around the corner. RiverValleyTractor.com. With 5 great locations to better serve you, visit River Valley Tractor in Bryant, Sherwood, Conway, Russellville, or Pine Bluff today, or find them at RiverValleyTractor.com. Work smarter, not harder with River Valley Tractor. River Valley Tractor, closer than you think.
Roger Scott is warming up those vocal cords to bring you the Razorback Song of the Week on Morning Mayhem. Presented by Dr. Jimmy Tucker at Ortho, Arkansas and 103.7 The Buzz.
When you want to know the score, it's on KABZ Little Rock.
He's open, completed the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Arkansas!
103.7 The Buzz. Buzz News with Channel 7's Cassandra Webb.
Little Rock police are investigating a Thursday night homicide. It happened on West 51st Street. Officers arrived and found a man dead from an apparent gunshot wound. We don't know the name of the victim at this time. This is an ongoing investigation, and we'll have more information as it comes in on our website, katv.com. Starting today through the 22nd, the 83rd Annual Arkansas State Fair will be back, bringing the best entertainment, food, and attractions to Central Arkansas. A clear bag policy will be enforced this year, as well as an evening curfew. Anyone under 18 must be with an adult after 6 p.m. Tickets for people ages 13 to 59 are $8, while tickets for children and seniors are $4. Gates open Friday morning at 11 o'clock. For more news and weather, download our free KATV News and Weather apps. From the Channel 7 Newsroom, I'm Cassandra Webb.
If you don't already have the Bet Saracen Sports Wager app, download it today from the app stores or go to BetSaracen.com. Bet Saracen is Arkansas's favorite sports betting app.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with Channel 7's Melinda Mayo.
Warm again today out ahead of a cold front, so mostly cloudy, a high around 82 degrees. Gets a little breezy and just a small chance of a few light showers. Tonight slowed down to the mid-50s, cooler and breezy this weekend. From the Channel 7 Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Melinda Mayo.
Today's special at the Riverfront Steakhouse in the Wyndham Hotel. Dinner for two for $60. Split a 10-ounce filet, fried shrimp, and our famous salad bar.
Hey Razorback fans, it's Quinn Grovey. Check out the new location of Bell Sward in Conway. Suits, shirts, vests, also polos with Arkansas logo gear from Johnny O and Peter Millar. A store within a store with Arkansas-made Martin Dingman shoes and leather goods. Fantastic service with a tailor on staff to fit you perfectly. Go to the new location, Bell Sward, 1011 Oak Street, Conway, or on Facebook and Instagram.
Unless you've been living under a rock, you've heard of the current turmoil in the auto industry. Rising used car prices and declining new car inventory is clearly a real possibility. But this month, Watney Chevrolet strikes back with 0% on 2023 Silverados. Call 501-982-2102. Watney Chevrolet in Jacksonville anticipated today's car climate months ago by ordering extra new inventory and assembling a fleet of quality used cars. Call 501-982-2102. Trade now, because prices could soon be headed in the wrong direction. Plus, get the relief of no payments until after New Year's. Watney Chevrolet will get you right before the storm on the horizon. Watney Chevrolet, 1301 TP White Drive in Jacksonville. Call 501-982-2102. WatneyChevrolet.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. All offers with approved credit.
This is Pat Bradley for Alcoa Community Federal Credit Union in their Casasa checking accounts. With Casasa, earn up to 6% APY, cash rewards with no minimum balance, and refunds on ATM fees. Stop by Alcoa's new branch in Sheridan and visit with Kelly or Morgan and open a free Casasa checking account today. Experience the difference with Alcoa Community Federal Credit Union, now serving Saline, Grant, Garland, Hot Spring, and Perry counties. Online at alcoacommunityfcu.org.
Justin Anker reminding you that if you want the job done right, then don't stress. Just go with the best. CertaPro Painters is your go-to painting company. You can get your free estimate scheduled at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. People who are going to be responsible and people who are going to be accountable to you and your family to make sure your project gets done right. So if you've been thinking about sprucing up your home or business for the fall season that is almost upon us, you need to get CertaPro on the case. Use the company that I've used many times over the years. It is CertaPro Painters. You'll be happy you did.
Ask Sherwin-Williams during the 4-day super sale, October 13th through the 16th, and get 40% off paints and stains with prices starting at $26.69. That means 40% off our most popular color family, blue. Psychologists have found it to be soothing and relaxing, which makes it especially great for bedrooms and bathrooms. And of course, get 40% off all of our other colors. Shop the sale online or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
Jim Gaffigan here with some more Straight Talk. Now you can get a Walmart Plus membership, plus not pay for it, because it's included with Straight Talk wireless plans. You get free delivery with Walmart Plus, plus a Paramount Plus subscription included. Plus, you pay less for gas. That's a lot of pluses.
Only Straight Talk gives you unlimited 5G data and Walmart Plus included on select plans for free.
Straight Talk Wireless, available at Walmart.
Requires service on Gold or Platinum Unlimited. One offer per eligible account. Paramount Plus Essential Plan only. Separate registration required. Additional terms apply.
Tune in to Morning Mayhem every Monday as Wally Hall tells it like it is. Presented by Capital Smokehouse and Grill, Little Rock's favorite go-to lunch spot, capitalsmokehouseandgrill.com. It's Wally Hall every Monday, only on Morning Mayhem.
Waiting is no fun. Like when you're hungry, waiting for the microwave. Waiting for the light to turn green when you're running late. Come on, come on, come on. Or waiting for your notoriously unpunctual friend to arrive at the bar, even though she just texted you 5 minutes away. Sure you are. At the payroll company, we know waiting stinks, which is why we pride ourselves on fast replies to our clients, doing payroll right and on time each month, and answering questions quickly and efficiently. The payroll company. Less headaches, more than payroll. Visit morethanpayroll.com.
You're in the zone. Coming to you live from the Oaklawn Racing Casino Resort Studio. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only casino resort. Now, here's Justin Acree and Wes Moore on the Buzz Radio Network.
50% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, and 100% reason to remember the name. He doesn't need his name up in lights, he just wants to be heard, whether it's the beat of the mic. He feels so unlike everybody else alone, in spite of the fact that some people still think that they know, but no, he knows the code. It's not about the salary, it's all about reality and making some noise, making a story, making sure his click stays up. That means when he puts it down, Top's picking it up. Let's go ahead and see anyway. He never really talks much.
The Red White Report is brought to you by Big O Tires, with locations in Conway on Harkrider and in Cabot on Prospect Court. Big O Tires offers an endless selection of wheel and tire combinations. Big O Tires, they have everything you need to fit your budget and style.
I think they're really good. I think they compare very well. Have a lot of, they have, in my opinion, great defensive ends, and they're a problem. It's a problem if somebody has one that can wreck your game plan, let alone three, maybe four. Very, very big, physical inside as well. I love their linebacker group. Obviously, Kool-Aid is one of the best players in the league, and Caleb Downs. And, I mean, you just keep going with Amos and Key, and they are really talented, as well coached on the defense as anybody in the league, anybody in the country. And they play with passion and very physical. So I would say they match up with a lot of teams that coaches had. You'd have to ask him. I don't want to speak for him, but I would say they match up, at least on tape, well with teams that defenses he's had in the past.
All right, that is Sam Pittman talking about Alabama's defense. He seems to be quite impressed with what they do. I don't know about Nick Saban. He doesn't sound impressed with anything. He sounds tired on the coaches' teleconference each week. Maybe he is bored. Maybe he is not enthusiastic about this week. And as we told you earlier, according to the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette, he has never lost a game at Alabama in a game that kicked off before 11:30. So even if his team comes out a little bit sleepy, I think most people feel like they're going to be just dandy over in Tuscaloosa. Let's hope Arkansas can pull the shocker. It would change the opinion for most people on the remainder of the season and the potential for success, wouldn't it?
Oh, my goodness.
Okay. It'd also probably get Sam Pittman a lifetime contract. Here is Nick Saban on the Arkansas run game, which has not had a ton of success of late.
They've been able to run the ball effectively. I don't see them. They're a team that's committed to, run the ball. They run it. They've got good play action passes. They got RPOs that go with it that, they've made plays with. So the quarterback run game is really challenging. So, they're doing a lot of good things on offense. I can't comment on, I still think that they're a good running football team. So never really looked at the statistics from last year to this year or any individual, but I do think that they're very capable of running the ball effectively based on their scheme and how they tie it together with play action passes and RPOs.
I can't even listen to that.
Why?
I'm not sure he's even watched Arkansas this
The
year.
quarterback run he mentioned, that's true. That's been a problem at times for other teams.
The part that's not true, Arkansas can run the ball effectively.
Yeah.
You guys are so hateful.
They can,
but
they don't.
Yeah.
They don't.
By the way, Arkansas, the line at Oaklawn now, Oaklawn Sports, 20.5 now.
Oh, it's going up a full point.
Yes.
Last night I saw 19.5.
KJ Jefferson's over-under is the most even odds are around 25.5. You like him over or under 25.5 yards rushing?
Ooh.
Yeah, I like him under,
So
too.
in the sacks.
Yep, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, under.
Okay, Milroe, his over-under is at 38.5.
Over.
Okay. Rocket Sanders, over-under 7 yards. No, I'm kidding. Over-under 40.5.
Under.
You think?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Dude, I haven't seen nothing that makes me think they can run the ball against teams like A&M and Ole Miss, and now you're going to throw in Alabama, which is even a better run-stopping team?
I want to see what Arkansas's total is. Oh, okay. Total points by Alabama, over under 33.5.
I said 38.
Okay.
Over.
Arkansas, over under 13.5.
I said 10.
I say under. I think Cam kicks 4 field goals.
So you say over.
No, that's 12. I'm going to say under 13.5.
No touchdowns.
Oh, I thought it was 10.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, last night I was so worried looking up the stats for Alabama. And I'm like, I hope Arkansas scores this week.
Wow. You really love these guys. I mean, Sam Pittman likes their defense. You love it.
He's
trying to
impressive.
date it. You're trying to marry it. You're putting a ring on it.
They basically shut down A&M. Lowest points A&M's scored all year and the fewest yards all year. And remember, A&M scored late to make it even a close game.
I'm going to give you $100.
Okay.
Arkansas is plus 225 to score first. Alabama's minus 335 to score first.
You know what? Arkansas's had some good first drives.
Yes.
They have.
And scoring first can
Be a
include
field goal.
Yeah.
I mean, look. Hey, one positive, I don't want to sound like all negative. Alabama has given up a lot of kickoff returns. They like to kick it short and try to cover. Isaiah Satania is going to get a chance. That their punt return team has also not, their punt return coverage has not been good. So Satania could bust one this week.
Here's an interesting one. Alabama to score first and win the game, which everybody's assuming Alabama's going to win.
Minus 200?
No. The no is, it's minus 275. But the no is plus 195. So if you think Arkansas might score first and Alabama wins the game, you vote no. You bet no, and it's plus 195. You get 2-1 on that.
Yeah.
Okay. Listen, I'm going to make the betting interesting for you. That's what we do on Oaklawn Game Day. I'm not going to make the game interesting for you, but at least maybe make some money in the process.
I like those odds for Arkansas to score first.
Yeah.
I'd put a little something
If
on
I was
it
going to bet
for fun. Yeah.
I would call Alabama scoring first cost prohibitive.
Yes.
Okay. Tom Murphy is joining us on the Brandon Moving and Storage Hotline. Tom, we're at Bell Sward in Conway. As I told our listeners earlier, you may not enjoy the way your favorite team plays this weekend, but at least you can look sharp while it's happening.
I heard that. By the way, that word salad of Nick Saban's that you played was courtesy of me asking about what he thinks of Arkansas's run game issues. And so he presented that word salad to us.
He said issues. What issues? I think they're the best running team in America. Tom, I got from the Democrat Gazette this morning, and I could not believe what I saw. 26-0 for Alabama under Saban in games that kick off at 11:30 or earlier. That ain't a good sign. We thought they might sleepwalk their way into one loss, but apparently not. He's got him. We always know he gets them up for lesser opponents, but he's really good apparently at getting them up for lesser kickoff times too.
Big time. And Bob actually ended up writing that note, but I did read it. And the thing I read into that was their big game. There's the 2:30 game. When they're going to play at Georgia or A&M or LSU and so on. So quite frequently, the 11 o'clock games will be when they play Kentucky, Missouri, and Arkansas and stuff like that.
Non-conference.
So, I'm sure their the spread, the average spread that they've had in these 11 a.m. games is somewhere around this 20.5 that you guys are talking about.
Tom, when did that Louisiana Monroe game kick off that they lost in Saban's first year? You were there for that, weren't you?
Oh, no. I was already covering Arkansas.
Tom was in high school.
I remember losing it. I have no idea when that game kicked off.
I thought you were covering it.
Well, apparently it was after 11:30 because he hasn't lost one before 11:30. That was a good stat. That took some work to pull that together. I don't know how you found that, but that was good work. We were asking each other earlier. I read it, and I was recounting some of the results to Wes. The midseason grades that were published this week in the paper. Was that you or Bob that did that?
I did that. Yeah.
Okay. Do you ever get any negative feedback from people on the Hill when you are appropriately critical in situations like this?
I wouldn't say that I have. I mean, I get, reader emails, and sometimes not harsh enough. And sometimes, maybe that's a little too harsh. But on this one, I mean, how can you look, the offensive line, I like Limmer and I like Latham, and it's just been an unfortunate series of things that have happened to them. You're changing systems, Limmer's changing position. Latham had an injury in camp, and it just hasn't gone the way they thought it would. And a lot of the things we saw in camp, like, wow, the D-line, the defense is really playing well in this camp. They're getting a lot of pressure. Well, it was a combination of, there's a lot of guys on that D-line, but also the O-line just hasn't gotten it together yet. And there's half a season left to go to get that going, but the run game, just the thread of KJ's called quarterback runs, they haven't been as dangerous. They haven't broken in these. When you think of the number of 20-yard plus plays on the ground for Arkansas the last couple of years, there's been a large number. There just hasn't been many this season.
You gave grades for just about everything. I don't see a grade for special teams on here. I'm just trying to find some positives. Fletcher is on pace to have one of the best punting seasons of all time, despite negative feedback he got early in the season on Twitter. And then obviously Cam Little's doing Cam Little things where he is just freaking people out. I'd love for him to hit like a 68-yarder to win a game one of these days. But anyway, how would you grade the special teams this year?
Yeah, man, I would probably go A- on those guys. If I didn't have it, that's just oversight on my part. But A-. When you consider Little's field goal kicking, I mean, 2 of Fletcher's punts directly related to short field in big games and losses. But otherwise, he's been booming it. And, when you add in Satania's run back capabilities, both punt and kickoff, it's been pretty solid. Now, hey, A&M, I might say B+, because A&M had the 2 big punt returns, including one for a touchdown that really sealed that game. But otherwise, they've been pretty good. Broden has been a really nice gunner, but on the Smith returns, he had a little bit more room to work with because Fletcher punted it so well.
Tom, you got coaching here. You graded it a C-, and I want to ask about, part of coaching is recruiting, and part of coaching obviously is development of players. And so, where do you feel like they more drop the ball? The recruiting part of it, and not bringing in the right guys to fill in the spots up front, or is it development of young players?
Well, that is a great philosophical question. I thought about that peripherally a few times, but not really dived into. But I will say that the player development, particularly on the O-line, because this is a Sam Pittman specialty position. And right now, there's not just an absolute stud among 4 years of O-line recruiting for this crew. Kudus probably will develop into a really good SEC player. Manuel the same way. They like Chamblee. He's a redshirt freshman. But, the class that had St. John and Henderson and Curry, they're all gone. They were behind that veteran group, and they all ended up transferring out. So, you got to develop. There's development success stories. Hudson Clark and, KJ's come up through the system and has been developed well. But I don't know. I think the recruiting has been pretty good, especially at some positions like tailback. They've done very well. So I would say I would say the development part of it, and of course that grade included. I thought their defensive game planning this year has been pretty good. I mean, I think I wouldn't say they've completely maximized everyone's talent, but they've done pretty well. I mean, they held LSU the first 3 drives without any scoring before they got hot. I thought the whole plan against Ole Miss was a good game plan, and they held Ole Miss down pretty much as well as anybody, except for Bama this season.
Yeah, I looked at the defensive stats yesterday for Arkansas and compared them for the year before. Last year they were 14th, dead last in the country, 14th in the SEC in passing defense and scoring defense, or total defense. This year they're 7th.
In total defense?
Yeah, and passing
in
defense.
The SEC?
I mean, they're right in the middle, and that was one of the things we talked about in the preseason. That would be a good year for the defense if they could just get somewhere in the middle of the pack, and that's where they are.
That was assuming the offense was going to be significantly more effective, right?
Yes.
Yeah, hey, I agree with you, Wes. I mean, this is a big jump for their defense. And here's the weird thing: as much as we can criticize the O-line and the run game, and just things that have backfired on them, they covered the spread in 2 road games that were going to be very difficult. I mean, they were a big underdog, LSU, A&M, and Ole Miss back to back, and had chances to win 2 of those games despite having these issues that we're talking about. So in other words, I feel like they're fighting. They give themselves a good chance with their plan. And if they can reduce the penalties, they have a chance to win those games. So I don't know, man. I think at 0-3 in the conference, people have just completely written them off and all that. But I do think they've had good game plans. Pittman and the crew have motivated them. Hey, look, this is going to be the hardest one yet at Bama. But, where will they be mentally is my question. After this game, no matter what the outcome is, if they lose it by a few or they lose it by a lot or they win, where will they be mentally heading into this Mississippi State game with the Bulldogs coming off of an open date? So the schedule has just been as brutal as I can remember. Even though they've had the hardest ranked schedules many years since I've been doing this, this one has just been brutal, more brutal than others because of the way it laid out.
Well, I'm not going to quite call it Georgia Vanderbilt, but I could. But it's a mismatch of epic proportions. Let's talk about real quick, Tom. We got to run, but I just want to get real quick picks on the other games because there are some really fantastic, 3 great matchups, and one that could potentially be pretty good with the way that Auburn's playing defense right now. Their offense is absolutely putrid, but that's another story for another day.
Yeah.
Gators at South Carolina this weekend, and the Gators' defense against the pass has been really good this year. South Carolina, obviously, I'm sure would love to get this one and get to even in conference play. Florida's been obviously up and down. What do you think?
I don't know. It's quite fascinating because I haven't figured Florida out yet, and I give Arkansas a fighter's chance when they go to Florida here in a couple of weeks. South Carolina, I believe, is coming off an open date, so I'm going to go with the home team here in a kind of a low-scoring game in the 20s or maybe 20s and teens.
Tennessee's coming off an open date, too, and they're hosting a Texas A&M team that lost a heartbreaker to Alabama last weekend. What do you think about the Vols?
Yeah. Well, I think that it favors them that there is an open date, that A&M was so up for last week's game. Hard to do it back-to-back. But also I've seen a stat that A&M has a horrible record against ranked teams on the road under Jimbo. But I say all that, and I think A&M is going to be in it, and I think Tennessee will.
Well, I tend to agree with you. Number 8 rush defense against the number 7 rushing offense for Tennessee, so that'll be a good matchup there. Auburn LSU, as just mentioned, total offense. Auburn's 88th in the country. We know what LSU is doing defensively, though. They're a top 25 defense quietly.
And the way they played A&M now, you're like, okay, that was actually a decent defensive showing. The game was at home. I don't know. I'm going to go with LSU. I think maybe they have their ship righted, and because their issues are largely on defense, I don't see Auburn tearing them up. So I would just go with LSU.
Auburn off a bye, by the way. LSU, I felt like, really needed to win last week, but you undo all the good you got from winning at Missouri if you blow it this week against an Auburn team that's not very good. All right, last thing here. You got Cats and Cats. Wildcats hosting the Tigers of Missouri this weekend in Lexington, and Kentucky got handled a little more than I expected against Georgia last week, and Georgia certainly turned it on. And then Missouri obviously losing by 10 with the late pick 6 to LSU. What do you think?
Yeah, Kentucky will really try to control the tempo of that game with their run, and if they can do that, I think they'll win. But man, I got to say, Missouri's game plan last week,
Yeah,
LSU, that was a good game plan. You know, I think I'm going to go with Missouri in this one. I think I'm going to take a little bit of a. I don't know what the line is, but I'll go with Missouri.
I think is Missouri's top receiver out?
Yeah, they've got 2 studs, and we saw that one of them is out.
Oh, Luther Burden?
Was it Burton or the other one?
I thought Burton was out. I could be wrong though. I was wrong once. I hated it.
I do not know.
Okay, we'll check on that. Tom, thanks for the time, buddy. I appreciate you. Tom, check him out in the Arkansas Democrat Gazette. Is Arkansas going to get a helmet tomorrow?
Special team kicker.
I believe they get. I believe they get a special team helmet, and the tease is they might be even on a couple of others, or I don't know. I don't remember. I did it a couple days.
All right, very good. Tom, thanks for the time, buddy. Appreciate it. Have a good weekend.
Later, guys.
All right, Tom Murphy from the Arkansas Democrat Gazette. Got to hit a break. Nathan Brown is here. Talk to the head coach of the Bears in just a second as we head in. Brent, what you got for us today? Welcome.
What's up,
Justin.
Justin,
Yep.
What's going on?
It's all right, buddy. How are you?
I hope y'all ate lots of corn dogs yesterday.
We each had a corn dog.
I had half of one.
I had a whole one.
Oh, you got to go whole corn dog, Wes. Come on.
I was starting to get a little cold, and I had a lot of other food, so I was saving room.
Hey, guys, I want to tell you, I've got the score for this week. You
Give-
can mark it down.
Give it to me.
35-3 Alabama, unfortunately.
I got you down.
All right.
In the big red book.
Put them in the zone book. Thanks, Brent. We got to run. I appreciate it. 11:26. Nathan Brown on the other side.
Game day starts with the Mud Connection Hog Wild pregame show with Trey Shapp and David Basil. Brought to you in part by Bud Light and the Holiday Inn Express and Suites off Weddington and Fayetteville.
This is Sports Center.
Arkansas takes on 11th-ranked Alabama tomorrow at 11 a.m. Coverage will start on the Buds at 7 a.m. with the Hog Wild Game Day show, thanks to Mud Connections. Stay tuned after the game for the First Security fifth quarter postgame show. Central Arkansas hosts Stephen F. Austin in Conway. Kickoff for that game is set for 4 p.m. Coverage will start at 3 on the Point 94.1. And there are 4 ranked matchups nationally this weekend in college football. 7th-ranked Washington will host 8th-ranked Oregon at 2:30 on ABC. 21st-ranked Notre Dame will host 10th-ranked USC at 6:30 on NBC. 12th-ranked North Carolina will host 25th-ranked Miami at 6:30 on ABC. And 18th-ranked UCLA heads to Corvallis to face 15th-ranked Oregon State at 7 on Fox. I'm Christian Weaver with the Buzz Radio Network.
The best way to show up for tailgate season is with Mark McClarty Ford. Come see one of the largest selections of the best tailgating vehicles stadium parking lots have ever seen. And right now, take a whopping $12,000 off brand new Ford F-150s. That's $12,000 off. All with a 5-star legendary car buying experience. Come visit Mark McClarty Ford today. Off Highway 67 and at markmclartyford.com. Better prices, even better customer service.
Emily and her friends were driving to a party. And they were texting.
It's Jen. Oh, tell her we're on our way. Wow, get this. Tom's there.
Nobody likes being stopped by the police, but if I had seen her texting while driving and given her a ticket, it just may have saved her life. You drive, you text, you pay. A message from the Arkansas State Police Highway Safety Office.
This is Pat Bradley for Brewskis, and the biggest Halloween party is right around the corner. Saturday, October 28th, break out the costume, get ready to throw down. Brewskis is going to be the place to party with karaoke in the bar and dude called Rob spinning all your favorite jams down in the basement till 2 a.m. VIP sections and bottle service, email brewskispubandgrub.com. Halloween, Saturday night, October the 28th. Come celebrate at Brewskis. Again, brewskispubandgrub.com. It's Brewskis, you home for lunch, happy hour, and late night.
Greatness doesn't happen overnight.
it takes time, focus, and dedication. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that because we put in the hard work and dedication for decades. And that commitment is paid off with award-winning customer service for your auto, home, and life insurance.
See Shelter Agent Paul Killingsworth in Cabot, Jonathan Stone in Lone Oak, or Stephen Reeser in Jacksonville today.
Heartland Rehabilitation and Care Center in Benton proudly offers compassionate and loving care to our veterans, meeting the unique needs of every veteran who calls Heartland home. Visit heartlandrehabcenter.com.
Welcome back to the Oaklawn Racing Casino Resort Studio. If you're looking for sports and entertainment, then look no further. You're in the zone with Justin Acree and Wes Moore on the Buzz Radio Network.
Nathan Brown is here. Let's talk to him. He is the head coach of the University of Central Arkansas football program, and they won a pretty entertaining game, I would say, reasonably entertaining game the other day against their opponents here in Conway. And, Coach, that was, something like we've never seen before. Down 30-6 after 3 quarters, and you find a way to win 38-33, outscoring your opponents 32-3 down the stretch. And by down the stretch, I mean in the last, 14 and a half minutes. So
yeah.
That was something. Congratulations.
Yeah, that was an interesting night. Obviously, a lot of emotions, highs and lows, and then back to highs. And so, just proud of our guys. I mean, look, you and I have talked about this numerous times, but we could have quit. We could have pointed fingers. We could have, really self-destructed in that fourth quarter, or even throughout the game, just getting down by that much of a margin. And just proud of our guys and their output going into the fourth quarter, their commitment to figuring it out. And really, if you see some of the things that are happening on the sideline that I see, I mean, our players were poised. And obviously they believe because you made it happen. But ultimately, you don't talk about perfection in football very often, but that almost had to be a perfect quarter to pull that off. And when I say perfect quarter, the exact amount of stops with the right time, the quick scores on offense, timely special teams play. I mean, all of it had to come together and align, and it did. And so, just blessed to be a part of that. Never been a part of something like that. Been a part of fourth quarter comebacks, but not in that fashion.
It's almost impossible to believe you can score 32 points in a quarter without a turnover, too. That's the other thing that's amazing.
That's when you look at the box score, and really, I don't think the night of, after doing the press conference and obviously speaking to you on the radio after the game, immediately after, I don't think I realized, what the fourth quarter really was. And then so you go back and look at the box score, where there wasn't a block punt for a scoop and score, there wasn't a pick six, there wasn't a muff punt, there wasn't, whatever, big momentum changing moment that usually happens in football where it seems the tide to change. It was just really just making stops and us scoring quick. And that's, we maximized our opportunities on offense with our possessions, and then we maximized our opportunities on defense to stop them on their possessions. And that's how it worked, which is crazy.
I want to ask you about a couple individuals, too. Kylan James, and just a sort of a deft little move that he made to get you guys close to midfield, and the way he's playing right now. And he's obviously the Swiss Army knife for you guys. And also a check by your quarterback. We told the story on the Coaches Show Monday, but a lot of people didn't hear that, I'm sure. So would you tell me about their two performances on that drive?
Well, the final drive, we get the ball, somewhere around minute 20, minute 30 left in the game, obviously down by 2. So we need a field goal. We had poor clock management on their part. I say poor clock management. I mean, they decided to do what they thought they could do to win the game. So, it is what it is. But left us with a timeout. So I knew we had a timeout. Will knew we had a timeout. So Coach Collins knew, hey, we've got the ability to run the ball. Well, the second play of that possession, we throw a swing pass or an outlet pass to Kylan James out of the backfield, and they had sunk to a cover 2 look, which that safety was sitting there nubbed into the boundary, and really had a free shot at Kylan, and Kylan caught the ball, twisted quick, and really Kylan, when you hit him on the side, you've seen it for 3 years now. I mean, he's hard to take down if you're hitting him from the side. And Kylan did a little subtle quick step in and went out and got about 15 yards, got us to the 50-yard line, and that got us our first down of that drive. So now you're ginning. You stop the clock. You got a first down. Now you can kind of run your offense. 2 plays later, we have a pass play called, and having that timeout in our back pocket, obviously Will being the veteran and having the poise he had, checked an inside zone run based on box count. He did not let the receivers know. I mean, because we're trying to play fast. Clock's running, receivers run. If you watch the film, the receivers run their route. I mean, they're running the route concept. The 5 offensive linemen and Colin James got the check. We hand it. Colin gets about 20 yards, and that gets us into, for sure, Jake Gaster field goal range. And from there, we were able to obviously get a penalty and then punch it in with Colin later in that drive. But that check by Will, and that was on his own accord. As a matter of fact, we're sitting on the headset going, we thought he was just assuming he was checking the protection, maybe sliding the line one way or another. Well, he was checking inside zone, and what a phenomenal check. Obviously, probably the biggest mental play he's made in the 2 years he's been here.
What did he see in the box count? What was he looking for?
We had 5 blockers, so you get a 5-man box, and that's what they were doing. They were playing coverage, which most teams do in 2-minute situations or in stressful situations where you're trying to score. And so he saw an honest box count is what we call it. So, we had 5 offensive linemen. They had 3 down linemen and 2 linebackers in the box. So he knew we had 5-on-5 blocking, and so the next guy that's going to show up is safety. Well, those safeties are getting out of there for the coverage. Well, that's why Colin was able to get the yardage he needed. And it's just sharp play. Good job by Will executing on the tutoring that Coach Collins has put in him, and then in a big moment making the call and making the play.
I know you guys have moved on to SFA and the game tomorrow. What do you see out of the Lumberjacks?
Well, they're good. They're 3-3, so they've had somewhat of an up and down season. But any team that's coached by Colby Carthel, their head coach, is a well coached team. He's a former national champion head coach at the Division II level at Texas A&M Commerce. He's done a great job at SFA in his time there. Very transfer-laden team, like a lot of teams in our league, it seems. They're led by a quarterback that's a transfer that started games at the University of Tennessee. He was the starting quarterback at Coach Pruitt's into his era there. So he's a big, strong, physical kid, can push the ball down the field, can move. And they're going to look the part. In other words, they're going to win the pregame. They're going to be bigger and longer than us. They're going to position by position base. They're going to look like you want a college football team to look like. And SFA, to me, we played them a lot of years, and really we've done a good job in the matchup over the years. But that's a game that we have circled every single year. That goes back to the Southland Conference days. Obviously, the competition that we've had with them over the years has been very, very heated. Had a lot of good games against them, so it's going to take a great effort. We're blessed to be at home. Again, they had a long road trip. We were talking about that before off air. They're coming from Utah Tech. They played a late night game in Mountain Time in Utah last week, and then having to follow that with a road trip. We're hoping that's an advantage to us, having two home games in a row. So we're looking forward to it. Great opportunity for us.
Do you find that teams give you a little something extra when they've got an off week coming up?
I do. I think there's I also think it can be a little bit of a trap game for your team. You have an emotional win, the comeback win in the fourth quarter against SEMO. You play SFA, but then you're staring right at that break. You're staring right at as an 18 to 22-year-old. You've been doing this really since June. We got to start real practice in August, but we're in week 7, week 8 now. We're pushing and chugging along. You're sore. You're mentally and emotionally worn out as well, which I think that's what a lot of people don't factor in. The emotional tax that a football season takes. It's not just the physical tax. So I think this can easily be a trap game for you. But we've guarded against that all week. We've talked about it. I haven't let it just be the elephant in the room. We've talked about it, guys. Yeah. We got an opportunity to be 5-2, 2-0. Going into the bye week. You couldn't ask, based on the schedule we have, to be in a better situation than that. And probably, if you handle that, be probably a top 20, top 15 team when it's all said and done going into your bye week. So lots at stake this week.
We've been talking a lot about rest and rust. Sorry for your Braves. We were so excited the other day watching them pull that game out on Monday night during the coaches show, and then they fall and
the best regular season team of all time. Unfortunately.
Well, there are other organizations that have suffered through that over the years. But how do you keep your team sharp in an off week while getting them as much rest and heal up as possible?
Well, I think you use it as an opportunity week. You use it as a week to get better. You use it as a week of development. For us, we're going to it parallels with fall break for our campus. So, Thursday and Friday are actually off next week. So those guys get a break from school. So that's good mentally. But we're going to use it with every coach is different. A lot of times it's the pulse of your team, where they're at mentally, physically, all those things. we'll use it as a big developmental week. We'll get some good looks at some of our young guys. We're going to get some good real work in with those guys because you don't throw them to the side during the year, but those guys turn into scout team players, show team players. You don't spend as much individual time with those guys, so we'll spend several days with those guys. We'll get some coaches out on the road recruiting, try to get a head start on that with the early signing period not far away. Here in December. So it'll be a very productive week, but we'll also rest and recover some of those frontline guys that have been going at it every week.
There are a couple of plays that have happened in college football to other teams I want to ask you about. Last night we saw a Hail Mary work. What's your philosophy? What are you telling your DBs on a Hail Mary situation?
It's funny you say that because I actually walked in and was joking with Coach Boykin, our offensive line coach, this morning that like I was just having PTSD of the last Saturday because you let a team get close enough to be able to heave it to the end zone and anything can happen. I mean, a flag's not going to come out. I mean, you never see a flag come out for PI or anything in those situations. They let them play. So, we try to put in our lengthier defensive backs in the past, not necessarily last Saturday, but in the past we've had wide receivers that go play that back line just because they got ball skills. They usually can jump. They usually have the ability to go get it. But yeah, I mean, I think what we've done different is, and not giving away too much, but you need to stick on guys. You don't just need to sit back and let guys run. Like we go 4 across and we man up the guys up front. So now they're having to fight their way down there. They're having to be, kind of grabbed on, pushed on, and then you got guys on the, on the back line. So that was unfortunate for West Virginia, where they were having a good season, and that was a tough one to swallow, especially how they scored right before that. But I saw that because you just never know what's going to happen in those situations, and that's difficult. And we were fortunate enough that Tamarian Wilson had a clean look. If you get a clean look, we want to catch it. I don't want to knock it down, bat it up. If you get a clean look, I want to put my hands on it, squeeze it, catch it. And that's what we did last Saturday night, and that's not what West Virginia was able to do last night.
Then Miami last week.
Gosh, that makes me sick.
Are you okay with taking the knee?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think Justin's done enough for our games. You've done a few of our games with us. I'm going to take a knee as soon as I can. I mean, I think that's the best formation in football. I think there's something. I think there's something psychological to that for your team. I mean, like the best formation in football. We talk about that is victory formation, and so to get the opportunity to take a knee. I mean, I don't know whether he just had bad. Coach at Miami had bad information, or if he was just saying, "I'm going to pat the stats." I have no clue.
Yeah.
But I'm a big advocate of the knee, and that's just my philosophy.
I don't understand.
I don't understand it. I don't. But
the Chiefs did it last night. As soon as they got the ball after the fumble, minute 40 left. Yeah. And Denver had a timeout. They just took a knee, but Denver didn't use the timeout.
And most coaches are going to have a booklet of data, whether it's upstairs or on the sideline with one of their personnel people that's going to sit there and say, "Hey, when to take a knee," based on the the timeouts that the other team has, or based on the amount of time left in the game, and and it's foolproof. I mean, it's literal hard data. I mean, you can take a knee with this amount of time. With this team has this amount of timeouts. I mean, it's pretty simple.
Yeah, well, they definitely were in that window where they could have done that, and it's unfortunate for them that they didn't. But 4 o'clock on Saturday, by the way. Let's do a pair of tickets we'll give away, or a 4-pack, Christian, whatever we got there. 661-1037, first caller in if you want to get some tickets to the game. Tomorrow should be a blast. Great fall football weather finally here, and big game between a couple of purple teams. Although, are you really going to be purple tomorrow, Coach? Doesn't look like it.
We've introduced the black, and obviously the magic that the jersey brought last week. We want to keep that magic going, and we've got another little addition to the uniform combination coming out tomorrow.
I saw a picture online, so it's already been released. But cue the AC/DC back in black. The Bears will be out looking good on Saturday, so looking forward to that. Real quick, speaking of clothes, I know you shop here at Bell Sward, not just come by to talk to us.
Man, this place is awesome. And I'll tell you, Eric does a great job here. Obviously, he's got, all your college gear here. He's got tailored suits. I mean, you can basically, if you want to be a good-looking dude, come here. And I think I've got a standing tab here. Jessica comes here, and this is basically where Jessica, my mom, and my mother-in-law, if I don't get something physically from them for my birthday or Christmas, it's usually a gift card.
Yep.
And so Eric does a great job. I mean, what a great store to have in Central Arkansas and the community of Conway, and obviously a huge Bear supporter in Eric Sword.
No doubt. My kids know the same. That's what Dad wants for
no doubt.
For Father's Day, for Christmas, birthday, whatever.
This is a dangerous place for me to walk through.
Same. No, the only thing that limits me is the amount of money I have to spend, because if money was not an option, like if I had hit the Powerball last night, I'd be getting one of each.
There's no question.
Yeah,
I'm sitting here looking at some of these sports coats and jackets.
Yeah, Coach, this wouldn't be a store. This would be my closet right now if I hit the lottery last night.
Yeah.
By the way, one lucky sucker in a liquor store in California goes in to get a bottle of Jack and walks out with a Powerball that hits the jackpot. Can you imagine?
Can't be. I could never be that lucky.
I mean, 1.7 billion. What do you? I mean, that dude's got a very interesting future ahead of him.
We'd have a new end zone facility. I can tell you that.
Coach, you'd have a whole lot of things. You'd have a dome stadium if you wanted one.
No doubt.
Believe me, I promise you. I would have wrote a big check if I would have won. But anyway, well, good luck this week. 4 o'clock kick, 3 o'clock on the pregame, and look forward to being with you again. Hopefully, not as much drama this week, but a win, however you can get it, will be fine.
Yeah, great product of football here in Conway. Obviously, I think the Razorbacks played 11. Watch them take on Alabama. Get out to Conway. Bruce Street opens. We do the Bear Walk at 1:30. Through the tailgates. It's going to be perfect weather. Got a great team here in Conway. Looking forward to a great matchup with SFA.
Well, I don't know how Hendricks is doing, but we may be crowning a couple of champions here in this community this
year. Coach Buck does a great job at Hendricks. It's a great – I'll tell you what, the community Conway football right now with what Coach Buck James is doing, with what Coach Buck's doing at Hendricks, it's a great place to be for some football.
You may have to get a Buck on staff. You have a Buck player.
I've got a Buck Cobbs.
That's right. You sure do.
Who's doing a great job from Jacksonville, Arkansas.
Ain't no doubt. He was our featured player of the week last week in pregame. Coach, good luck this week. Thank you.
Thanks for having me, guys.
All right, that's Nathan Brown, head coach UCA, Bell Sward shopper. We'll take a break, and when we come back, Clint Sternum will join us. We'll talk to him about some football. We'll get Eric on if he can sit down for 5 minutes. Busy day today, and that's a good thing, right? That's what we like. We'll tell you our friends at Gwatney Chevrolet are here to help you as well. They're doing the old phone trade-in. That's right, and the older, the better. You got a current phone, it's worth $500 as a down payment allowance. A flip phone, $550. A brick phone, $600. And if you get one of the old vintage bag phones like your grandpa used to use, my grandpa had a bag phone. Oh, yeah. I thought that was the coolest thing. I'm like, wait, we can make a phone call from the car while we're driving? That's amazing. $700 in down payment allowance. Get to it, folks, at Gwatney Chevrolet. And if you don't have a phone, you still go out there and get yourself a great vehicle. And great selection. They were shopping ahead. They knew that they might need a whole lot of extra vehicles, and they've got a great selection right now. Also, they are desperately working on expanding their pre-owned because they are trying to get dozens and dozens of cars on the lot where you can get into them for under $300 a month. Also, no payments until after New Year's at Gwatney Chevrolet. Great offerings on Silverados with 0% with approved credit and 2.9% on 24 Equinox. All at Gwatney Chevrolet in Jacksonville. Go by and see our buddies over there and get yourself squared away. We're back after this. Clint Sterner on the other side.
Brandon Moving and Storage has served Central Arkansas since 1965 and continues to provide professional service, local reliability, and community investment. We provide residential and commercial moves, local, national, and international service, commercial warehousing and distribution, unpacking services, and custom packing and crating. Let Central Arkansas's trusted Beacons agent help you with your next move. Brandon Moving and Storage. You make a move, we make it easy.
How important is price when buying tires? Maybe for you, it's what drives you to choose your tire store. How important is service? And what about choosing a tire store that is locally and family-owned? What if I told you that your local, family-owned Big O Tires in Conway and Cabot can offer you the most competitive pricing with the caring service that you expect from your neighbor? Right now, we have huge savings on our most popular sets of tires to keep you and your family safe on the road. Tires, service, and straight talk. Big O Tires.
Willie D's Rock and Roll Piano Bar open every Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Cold drinks and dueling pianos. Deep Nightclub downstairs hosts karaoke on Tuesdays and DJ Spin on Friday and Saturday nights. Visit WillieD'sPianoBar.com.
The end of the year is near, and Gwatney is pulling out all the stops to remain Pulaski County's #1 Buick GMC dealer. Big pre-owned inventory and even bigger discounts on new Buicks and GMCs, even with manufacturer price increases. Gwatney Buick GMC next to Sam's in North Little Rock is selling new 2024 models at 2023 prices. You've seen the news. The time to trade is now, before the current auto industry climate skyrockets used prices and all new inventory is depleted. Don't wait. Call Gwatney 501-945-4444. It's the end of the year blowout, only at Gwatney Buick GMC in North Little Rock. Interest rates as low as 0.9%. And get new and pre-owned vehicles with no payments for the rest of the year. Stop by Gwatney Buick GMC and register to win a new Hummer. 5700 Landers Road in North Little Rock. 501-945-4444. GwatneyBuickGMC.com. GMC, we are professional grade. All offers with approved credit.
The vehicle you'd buy if money was no object? Cadillac Escalade. With cash in hand, you'd still wait months to buy an Escalade and probably pay thousands over sticker price. Don't wait to buy your dream car, because you can win one this month from Saracen Casino and or Cadillac. Yes, win a luxurious Cadillac Escalade ESB only at Saracen Casino. Saracen is Little Rock's closest place to play.
Saracen Casino Resort, Vegas, Arkansas style.
Gambling problem? Call 800-522-4700.
At Eat My Catfish, fall is our favorite time of the year, and football season isn't the only thing making a comeback. Available now, our famous shrimp gumbo and Cajun boudin balls make their return to the menu. Order online at eatmycatfish.com. Eat local, eat fresh, Eat My Catfish.
As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be
a midday sports talk show host in Little Rock, Arkansas.
We are living the dream every day here on the Zone. Now, let's see what the fellas are up to.
Oh, Arkansas is trying to go from rags to riches this weekend against Alabama, and that is a tough place to do it. That is for sure. Let's head to the Brandon Moving and Storage Hotline. Clint Sterner standing by.
Sterner, play looking, pump, throws down the middle, touchdown!
Clint Sterner is brought to you by Motorsports Authority. With 2 great locations and hundreds of vehicles to choose from.
Sterner, very confident. Throwing down the middle. This Clint Sterner, he's putting on a show.
Check them out or visit online at msastore.com.
All right, let's bring Clint Sterner in. Clint, welcome. How are you?
Fellas, I'm doing good, man. Hey, you hit the nail on the head there, talking about Arkansas having Alabama this weekend, man. I mean, it's one of those deals where when you live in the SEC West, if you run the table, or even if you lose one game and run the table, you get the benefit of the doubt because of where you reside. And if you're having an awful season and you're messing the bed, if you do end up beating Alabama, you at least have a feather in the cap of being able to buy yourself a little more time. So there's no doubt about it. This is a monster week for Arkansas in terms of trying to salvage what little bit's left.
Clint, I think it is, when you look at the numbers, pure fantasy to think that Arkansas is going to go to Tuscaloosa this weekend and win. So as long as we're going to play the fantasy game, give me one of your teammates who would best help this team this week against Alabama. Anybody you played with over your years at Arkansas?
Oh, wow, man. I would have to say Anthony Lucas.
Okay.
I would have to say Anthony Lucas. I mean, I think they got a couple of guys that can play a little bit, but this receiving core, just not having any big play guys and not having any wiggle whatsoever. The run after catch is awful, with the exception of the Haas kid and maybe a couple of times with Armstrong. I would have to ride with Anthony Lucas. It would have to be one of the top guys, and it has to be offensive. I would say Anthony.
Okay.
I thought you were maybe going Burlsworth.
That was my second choice. Line. That was the other one I was thinking about.
Well, I just don't think they're further than one offensive lineman away from being from improving like that. I mean, if they're going to keep doing what they're doing and choosing to throw the football on 1st and 10 and choosing to throw the football on 2nd and 5, you better have somebody like Anthony Lucas on the other end of one and stuff.
Yeah, Clint's like, let me just get a guy I can chuck it to at least if we can't protect anyway. So that'd be fine. That's good.
Well, look, I mean, let's be fair here. I mean, there's no doubt about it. The offensive line is struggling both in the run game and the pass game. But I do believe that we've seen enough football now to lean into schematically what a lot of what they're being asked to do is clearly outside of their ability. I mean, the the lack of quick game, everything is play action. Everything, it seems like he's holding the football. And if you look at even the TV copy, everybody's 10 and 12 yards down the field. They're running deeper concept routes. I mean, there is just, unless you're throwing the ball behind the line of scrimmage, which I'm typically a big fan of if you have the right guys, but unless you're throwing the ball behind the line of scrimmage, I mean, their quick game, their timing, in rhythm game, pass game is just non-existent. I mean, I've never, you guys know, we've talked about this a million times over 20 years of doing radio together, right? Like, there's no way they don't watch film and go, man, we could have threw a hitch or a slant or a snag, like a 5-yard route. We could have thrown that and told our offensive line, you guys don't even come out of your stand. We're just going to throw. We're just snap the football, stay on side, snap the football, and I'm going to throw this hitch out here, and we're going to line up on 2nd and 4 and do it again. It's just non-existent with this team, and they need it more so than maybe any team that we've watched.
It begs to ask, why aren't they doing it? It doesn't make sense to me when they've got a bad offensive line and they're running deeper routes. And a lot of times these teams, what I've seen, Clint, is they're keeping one deep safety back, bringing the other safety up in the box or close to the box, but they're playing deep to take away that deep pass. But it seems like Arkansas is hell-bent on trying to throw it.
Well, Wes, here's what I encourage you and anybody else to do, is if it took 4 games for these guys to figure out that running the quarterback sneak with a 250-pound quarterback on 3rd and 4th and very, very short, and I'm being honest, I'm not trying to be funny here. I'm just saying if that part of football with KJ Jefferson as your quarterback, if that part of football is made tenfold more difficult than it should be, then what else is going on from a game plan perspective, from a play calling perspective, from a scheme perspective, that's making it more difficult than it should be? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, for us to sit here and go, man, I just don't understand, especially when the tush push or whatever the hell they call it in Philly, like, it is the talk of in football circles. Like, wow, this is unbelievable, right? If you have those kind of guys, that's the way to go. And it's just, when I see things like that, I don't necessarily have to drop the hammer on Dan Enos to Sam Pittman for not, like, the quarterback. I don't get it, but I'm not going to drop the hammer on them. Where my mind goes is, if you make that difficult, then it's easy for me to come on this show with you guys and go, hey, man, the quick game is non-existent. Hey, man, why is everything play action? Hey, man, why? Here's the other deal. By the way, guys, here's the other deal. Why does Sam Pittman go on when he speaks to the media and say, KJ Jefferson is pressing a little bit. He's got a lot more on his plate this year. If we just protect better, he can have success. Right? We're 6 games in. That cannot be the answer. Take something off of KJ's plate, simplify things, play fast, and know this: your pass protection is not going to get better.
He also said this week they've got to roll the pocket, and he repeated himself. Got to roll the pocket. Like,
yeah. I mean,
you did that against LSU, and then you stopped.
Yeah. Moving the pocket is great with KJ Jefferson. That would be a good idea as well. I'm just really concerned at this point with, when I hear those things coming from Sam Pittman. Like, if your mindset watching KJ Jefferson coming into the season, the whole thing was, can he take his game to the next level from the pocket and distribute the football accurately, anticipate, make good decisions, deal with the rush, understand, hey, man, my offensive line isn't very good. I got to work low to high. I got to get the ball out of my hand very quickly. Can you understand that? We're 6 games in. Clearly, that's not going to happen. The other question, can this offense, I had to replace some guys, can this offense protect? We're 6 games in. They are not going to protect well in obvious passing situations when the quarterback holds the ball. And so, as I see it, I'm like, that's what Sam's saying just cannot be the answer. Like, that can't be the game plan moving forward, or you're not going to win another game. I guess there is a couple of them scheduled that you roll out of bed, you got a chance. But, it's just going to be tough sledding. If the plan is what Sam is saying, and look, I hope what Sam Pittman is doing is blowing smoke and they're going to change some things. I hope like hell the plan isn't like, well, man, against Alabama, we just got to protect better.
Yeah.
We just got to protect better, guys, and we can beat Saban and company.
Yeah,
that can't be the answer.
We got to run. Clint, thank you, buddy. Appreciate you and Motorsports Authority. Have a good weekend.
All right, boys. Be good.
Paid for by Up Level Rewards. Paid participation and other terms and conditions apply. Add your portrayal.
Hey, where did you get all that cash?
You mean this $750?
Yes, that $750. Where did you get all that cash?
Since it's October, I went to OctoberCash44.com and got $750.
You got $750?
Yes. Just go to OctoberCash44.com this month and follow the simple instructions on the site. Once you finish, the $750 is yours.
It's that easy to get $750?
It is, but only in October. You just answer the basic questions on the site, complete the deals they show you, and get $750 sent to your Venmo or PayPal.
I'm always short on cash. I'm going to OctoberCash44.com right now to get my $750.
Ready to get your $750? Get started right now at OctoberCash44.com. Remember, this offer is only valid in October, so go to OctoberCash44.com. Just go to OctoberCash44.com. Follow the simple instructions and get your $750. Go to OctoberCash44.com. That's OctoberCash44.com. Don't wait, it's this month only. Go to OctoberCash44.com. OctoberCash44.com. OctoberCash44.com.
Your home for Dallas Cowboys football is 103.7 The Buzz. Presented by Beechwood Pinnacle Hotels. America's team on your fun and game station, 103.7 The Buzz.
103.7 The Buzz.
By the way, when you're telling these little stories, here's a good idea. Have a point. It makes it so much more interesting for the listener.
KABZ, Little Rock. Buzz News with Channel 7's Cassandra Webb.
Little Rock police are investigating a Thursday night homicide. It happened on West 51st Street. Officers arrived and found a man dead from an apparent gunshot wound. We don't know the name of the victim at this time. This is an ongoing investigation, and we'll have more information as it comes in on our website, katv.com. Starting today through the 22nd, the 83rd Annual Arkansas State Fair will be back, bringing the best entertainment, food, and attractions to Central Arkansas. A clear bag policy will be enforced this year, as well as an evening curfew. Anyone under 18 must be with an adult after 6 p.m. Tickets for people ages 13 to 59 are $8, while tickets for children and seniors are $4. Gates open Friday morning at 11 o'clock. For more news and weather, download our free KATV News and Weather apps. From the Channel 7 Newsroom, I'm Cassandra Webb.
This is Trey Reed from the Wild Side on 103.7 The Buzz, inviting you to join Mark Hedrick and me Tuesday nights at 7 p.m.
Brought to you by Westrock Landing at Lake Maumelle, Edwards Food Giant, All About Tire and Brake, Battery Outfitters, and Trader Bill's Outdoors, Hot Springs, and Little Rock locations.
It's the Wild Side, Tuesday at 7 p.m., only on 103.7 The Buzz.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with Channel 7's Melinda Mayo.
Warm again today out ahead of a cold front, so mostly cloudy, a high around 82 degrees. Gets a little breezy and just a small chance of a few light showers. Tonight slow down to the mid-50s, cooler and breezy this weekend. From the Channel 7 Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Melinda Mayo.
Today's special at the Riverfront Steakhouse in the Wyndham Hotel. Dinner for two for $60. Split a 10-ounce filet, fried shrimp, and our famous salad bar.
When it comes to tailgating this football season, Edwards Food Giant is your MVP when it comes to a hassle-free tailgate party. Pulled pork smoked to perfection, along with an ultimate lineup of sides and essentials that'll make your taste buds cheer and your tailgate setup a breeze. The Edwards team also features even more delicious meats like chicken, brisket, ribs, and smoked sausage, all straight from their own smokehouse. It can all be found by clicking EdwardsFoodGiant.com or by visiting your local Edwards Food Giant store. Edwards Food Giant is your MVP. EdwardsFoodGiant.com.
Back by popular demand, Gwatney Chevrolet in Jacksonville is letting you phone in your down payment this month. Instead of trading your old phone for a new phone, trade your old phone towards a car at Gwatney Chevrolet in Jacksonville. This month at Gwatney, your old phone qualifies as a down payment allowance. Phone stores just want to trade for the newest model. Trade your phone for a new ride, and we'll give you even more value for your older phone. A current phone equals a $500 down payment allowance. Flip phone, $550 down payment allowance. Brick phone, $600 down payment allowance. But bring in Grandpa's old bag phone, that's a $700 down payment allowance towards your new ride. Plus, no payments until after New Year's. Everyone has an old phone, and everyone gets approved. 1301 TP White Drive in Jacksonville. 501-982-2102. WatneyChevrolet.com. Chevrolet. Find new roads.
Hi, I'm Rick Pennington of Lions Drug. We have great news. Generic Cialis is now available at a huge savings. We have Tadalafil, the FDA-approved generic of Cialis, in a 20-milligram tablet at a savings of up to 80%. We have the 5-milligram daily tablets for less than $3 a pill. Lions Drug continues to be your go-to pharmacy for men's health. What are you waiting for? Call us today at 844-676-2247 or go to our website at lionsdrug.com.
We're back here with Wild Bill at Motorsports Authority. Lots of folks talking football, but we are talking great deals, Wild Bill.
All of our customers are a winner right here at Motorsports Authority, folks. We're passing out the lowest prices possible for any vehicle that we got. We're passing out top dollars for the trades. We'll trade for just about anything as long as you don't have to feed it. And I tell you what, folks, we're having a great time right here at Motorsports Authority.
In Russellville on East Main and Hot Springs on Central or online at msastore.com. Get here to Motorsports Authority.
Go Hogs!
This is the Pigskin Preacher bringing you the word. The only thing most people know about Francis Nichols is the eponymous school named in his honor, the home of the Manning Passing Academy. Nichols, a veteran of the Civil War, served as governor of Louisiana for 2 different terms. Having lost an eye, an arm, and a leg in the war, he had one of the most unique campaign slogans in U.S. political history. Vote for what's left of me. He didn't do much worth celebrating in office, but what a great slogan. Double B's also has a great slogan, where you gas it, grab it, and go. Because you can get gas for your car or truck, snacks for getting you through your day, and all in the blink of an eye. Double B's. It's where you gas it, grab it, and go. That's Double B's.
Football fans, tailgate season is here, which means it's time to score touchdowns and savings for your vehicle. At All About Tire and Brake Tire Pros, we offer incredible deals and service like your daddy used to get, with the financing options that fit your budget. With our team by your side, you'll get MVP service along with the traction and confidence you need to stay on the road. Visit us online today at allabouttireandbrake.com. All About Tire and Brake Tire Pros. Love the drive.
It's time for a Corky's Ribs and Barbecue customer review. Corky's, you've ruined all of their ribs for me. I took a bite and suddenly my taste buds threw a party. Now my friends want to come over for barbecue night, but only if Corky's is invited too. Corky's Ribs and Barbecue in Little Rock and North Little Rock.
Let's go.
You're in the zone. Coming to you live from the Oaklawn Racing Casino Resort Studio. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only casino resort. Now, here's Justin Acree and Wes Moore on the Buzz Radio Network. Today's entertainment report is brought to you by Bell Sward Gentlemen's Clothing in Conway. Check them out on Facebook and Instagram or stop by Bell Sward's new and larger location at 1011 Oak Street.
We are checking out Bell & Sward's new and larger location on Oak Street. Right now, we're sitting in the middle of it, and there's a lot of activity. That's why Eric hasn't been able to hang out with us a whole lot. But as Nathan Brown pointed out earlier, you want sportswear, socks, underwear, you want a sport coat, you need a suit, tuxedos. They've got suits and tuxes for rent, too. So if you've got a special event and you never, ever, ever dress up and you just need to rent something, this is your spot. You need Razorback gear. They have awesome polos and pullovers and sweatshirts. Same for Central Arkansas. There's purple clothing as far as the eye can see, Wes. It is an absolute haven for those of us who like to get decked out and dolled up. And it doesn't have to be for a fancy occasion. Again, you can look sharp in a casual way. So if you need formal wear, business casual, sports, sportswear, all good here. And they've also got the best swimsuits when it comes to swimsuit season 2.
And the quality is awesome.
Yep.
Great shirts.
Absolutely. I need another French
and
coat.
Belts.
I need a new belt, too. I threw my belt away.
You threw it away?
Well, yeah, it's trashed.
So you're not wearing a belt?
No, I'm belt free. Huh. My pants fall down.
Wow.
It's nothing personal. Taylor Swift in the news.
No.
Stop me if you've heard this before. Yeah, that's true. The Eras Tour movie has officially entered theaters, and I don't know where it's playing around here, but apparently, the only thing better than making money doing this concert would be making money not doing this concert. So they're putting it in film. Now, there are a handful of songs, apparently, that are not making the cut for the movie. So if you wanted to see her sing Cardigan, you're going to be A, out. So, sorry.
Yeah, it opened last night, selected viewing in Little Rock, because we had a news story on it last night. And so tonight, it's the full release, but it is showing in Little Rock.
A lot of theaters have already sold out, apparently.
Oh, yeah. It'll be a blockbuster hit. I'm sure it'll be number one in the rating or the money list Monday.
I wonder how much of a cut she gets.
100%.
No. Somebody got 100% of the money in the Powerball. A liquor store in a tiny California mountain town, Fraser Park, California, sold the winning ticket, $1.765 billion. Gosh, that makes me sick. I wanted that so bad. I really wanted that for me.
Did you see his take home if he goes with the cash opt out?
I would
option?
let me guess.
Cash
I would
out
guess
option.
it's about 950.
You're way off. Way off. I was shocked.
How much?
After taxes, if you do the cash opt out, it was like 500,000. 500 million.
No.
Yes.
You only get a third?
Yes, it was stupid.
I don't believe that.
I didn't either.
That's
I'll
insane.
Google it.
Doing with the money.
Yeah, that's not right. That can't be right. By the way, the place that sold it gets $1 million. So the market that sold the ticket gets $1 million. What a deal, huh? Pretty awesome. You got to show me that.
I am. I'm going to look it up. I saw it yesterday.
I don't believe you, but I believe you. I believe you because you wouldn't be so adamant about it, but I don't believe that, but I believe you. That's stupid.
I mean, it was so much. I'm like, well, then what if you don't do the cash out?
Get paid out over time?
Yeah.
They still say it's better to get the cash out, I think, initially because you can invest it. I think that's right, but I don't know. Maybe when you get to that level, maybe it's not. And how fast?
I mean, what's going to change your life? $500 million or $750 million?
Yeah, I mean, $500 million.
It's the principle. If it's $1.73 billion I won,
it's ridiculous.
Then why am I only getting $500
If you're not getting at least 2/3 of your money, that's dumb. That's ridiculous. Anyway, let's talk Halloween. This is something we can all relate to because we can all afford a bag of M&Ms. M&M's is doing something special this year. The M&M Halloween Rescue Squad, an effort to relieve those who run out of candy early on the night of the big event. Starting at 2 o'clock Central Time on October 31st, the grocery delivery app GoPuff, which I've never heard of, will zip to your home to deliver sugary supplies within an hour. So if you happen to underestimate the size of your Halloween audience, all you have to do is visit MM's HalloweenRescueSquad.com. MM's HalloweenRescueSquad.com and summon these sweet saviors, it says. I got to be honest, I always look forward to running out of candy. To me, that's the move. Hey, Eric, whenever you're ready, you come over here. We can do some birthdays, too.
All right, I have it for you.
Okay, tell me the payout.
All right, the winner now has to pick between the $1.765 billion payout spread over 30 annual installments or lump sum cash prize of $774 million. If the cash prize is chosen, that amount will drop to $588 million after a mandatory federal tax withholding of 24%. Depending on the winner's taxable income, they may face a federal marginal rate of 37%, further slashing the amount to $487 million.
That's puke.
That's not right.
It's not.
No, that's wrong. That's puke.
Under the installment route, the winner's annual payments of around $58 million could drop to $37 million if the 37% federal marginal rate is applied.
$3 million a month for the rest of your life, basically, or one giant chunk of money right now, $400 million plus. I think.
What happens if I die though? 30 years? Is it? Do you pass that down?
No, they just keep it all in. No, I don't know. I assume.
I don't think you can.
You don't think you can pass it on?
I don't think you do.
So I don't know why anybody would take anything but the lump sum.
The good news: California is one of 14 states in the country that does not tax lottery winnings.
Oh, thanks, California.
Yeah.
Tax everything else.
I'm just going to keep them out.
Can I call BS on something?
This?
That's BS, too. You know what else is BS? There's a list here. I don't know who did this, but they are saying what every state's favorite candy is. It's candystore.com. They've analyzed sales data for 15 years and determined the top 10 Halloween candies by state. Alabama Skittles, Alaska Twix, Hershey's Kisses in Arizona, M&M's in California, Iowa going with Reese Cups.
That would be my guess.
All right, what do you think Arkansas is?
Reese's.
All right, Christian?
I'd go Reese's too, I think.
What do you say, Eric? What's Arkansas's favorite Halloween candy?
Well, the way you're talking, it's going to be something terrible.
No, it's something great, but there's no way in hell that's Arkansas's favorite Halloween candy. I don't buy it.
Oh, so it's not Reese's.
Twix?
It's pretty good, but no. Butterfinger.
I like Butterfingers.
I love Butterfingers. That's not the point. I don't believe in any form or fashion that's Arkansas's #1 Halloween candy. No chance. I don't buy it.
There were a lot of Butterfingers in my daughter's take home.
There were.
Probably my
There
top
were.
3.
But I would say there were more Reese's than anything.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I love Butterfingers, but I think packets of M&Ms, I would think, Hershey's.
Yeah.
I would think all those would be above that.
I'm with you.
Boy, poor Minnesota. They got hot tamales. What a screw job. If I got hot tamales, I'm like, bro, give me some chocolate over here. Somebody else said Jolly Ranchers. I'm like, no, I don't want Jolly Ranchers in my Halloween bucket.
What about the flavored Tootsie Rolls?
Let me see that Tootsie Roll. No, I don't like those. I like traditional Tootsies.
The traditional's fine, but
I
the
can't remember
flavored
last time I had a Tootsie Roll. It's been forever.
Break your jaw.
Well, if they're not old, if they're old. A good fresh Tootsie Roll is great, though.
I don't know
Yeah,
that
they're
I've
pretty
ever had
soft
one.
when they're not old. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a new movie coming out called Leo. It's Adam Sandler and Bill Burr voicing 2 reptiles. They're basically a schoolroom. They're schoolroom pets, and so they basically live for a long time. And all these kids walk through there, and they eventually do a deal years and years later, like 40+ years later, where they let them take the thing home, like it's a take the pet home for the kids. And then one kid discovers that Adam Sandler's lizard can talk. And so it actually looks super cute. It's coming out on Netflix November 21st. Be good for you to watch with the kids.
Yeah. Maybe so.
No, definitely.
You think so?
I watched the trailer today. It looks good. I would watch it without my kid. It looked pretty good. And I also love Bill Burr, so I'm hoping there's some good snarky comments in there.
Right.
You like Bill Burr?
Yeah.
He's awesome.
I do.
Yeah. Today is Friday the 13th, the luckiest day of the year. You know what day of the month the first has to be on for a Friday the 13th to occur?
Thursday?
No.
Saturday?
No. I'm not going to give you 7 guesses. Sunday. Has to be on a Sunday.
Okay.
Anyway, in 23, 13th of October is the second and final Friday the 13th this year. 2022 only had 1. I don't know how many we had this year. Anyway, various theories abound as to why the alleged unluckiness of Friday the 13th came to be, but both Friday and the number 13 have carried negative connotations throughout history. Then they should cancel out! Such theories continue to resonate, with many hotels not having a room number 13, some major airlines not having a row 13. Of course, there's hotels that don't have a 13th floor, right? Especially those that only have 12 floors. What?
Which is dumb, because it's still a 13th floor. They just don't call it 13th.
That's
floor.
right.
Yeah.
I don't believe in that one. I find that unlucky things typically are lucky for me. Like when a black cat walks in front of me, I'm like, something good's about to happen, babe.
I just don't believe in.
I'm going around walking under ladders. Yeah. I'm breaking mirrors left and right.
Well, that's a pain to clean up.
That is. The origin of the version is believed by some to come from the Bible's story of the Last Supper, which saw 13 people gathering together on the night before the crucifixion. Judas was the 13th member of the party. If they'd have made him number 7, maybe he wouldn't have, turned on Jesus. He's like, oh, I'm always the last one to be invited. I'll show you guys.
Yeah.
Maybe not? Okay.
I think Jesus knew it was coming.
Yeah?
Best I can tell from the written Bible.
He's like, I knew this was going to happen.
So if Judas was number 7, we wouldn't have lucky number 7.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a good point. That's my number.
Do we know he was? Did we count out 13, or he was just the last one added?
Yeah, he was 13th.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
12 apostles plus this jackass. I think it was
Forgot about him, and then at the last second they invited him. He's like, "I'll show you."
Yeah.
He showed himself.
They're like,
too.
no, bro, your invitation got lost in the mail. Damn bro broke down. Friday is also believed to be the day that Adam and Eve ate the forbidden fruit in the Garden of Eden.
How are they supposed to know?
And here's the deal, Adam and Eve, let's just be real, okay? Listen, I'm all for being supportive of women, and I don't want to be a misogynist over here, but it was Eve, okay? Let's not get it twisted. Eve ate the fruit. Then she gave it to Adam. She dragged him down into her personal hell, and now we all have to wear clothes. You're welcome. Because guess what? If they hadn't eaten that fruit, we'd all be naked, and you wouldn't have a store.
Well, I Never mind. I'm not going to say what I was
You can
about
sell
to say.
fig leaves.
Yeah, you know.
They didn't wear fig
I think
leaves. They didn't wear anything.
Those grow on trees.
They don't wear anything. They were naked before that.
You don't know that.
Yes, the Bible says so.
I've seen
They started covering themselves with leaves
After they ate the fruit.
Thank you, Christian.
That's right. And that's why, Tommy Smith, the legendary radio host, used to talk about the thing that is undefeated. And we all know what that is. And he's like, I know I shouldn't eat the fruit, but she told me to, so I'll do it. I'm dumb. I really like Eve. She great. I think I will eat it. We're all such idiots. We do whatever we're told.
Correct.
Because we like women so much. Anyway, it's also the day Cain murdered Abel. And the day Noah's Ark set sail in the Great Flood.
Okay.
That's a good day.
Okay. How do they know any of these?
Because, Christian, listen, the world was created in how many days?
7.
6.
Seven, it
6.
says.
Because he
days.
rested on the 7th.
You darn right he did.
That's why we're closed on Sundays
They're
here.
very
at Bell Sward.
specific about the days.
Got to honor the Sabbath.
Hey, you don't close on Wednesday for no reason. Anyway, take it up with other people. I don't know. I'm just reading the info.
I think that's just some
You think it's a
internet.
farce? If you were to kill your brother, what day would you do it? I think for sure on a Friday. I'm not going to have the whole weekend to celebrate it. I never liked him anyway.
I feel like it'd probably be a Monday.
Mm-mm.
I don't know.
You never thought about
I
it?
hadn't thought this
Do you
one
have a
out.
brother?
I got a half brother.
Okay.
Yeah. He's in Michigan though, so I don't really see him a whole
Oh, that's
lot.
way too much work to go kill somebody. You have to go all the way to
yeah,
Michigan for it.
yeah. Well, and I don't see him enough for him to make me mad.
Yeah. Wow.
You know.
They'd never suspect you, though.
Yeah.
He's down in Arkansas.
Let's see if I was going to kill my brother. What day of the week would I do it on? Yeah, Monday's probably good. It would liven things up on Monday. Make Monday a little more bearable.
You're going to take off again?
I'll invite him down here. I'll kill him while I'm when I get off the air.
Well, then that's obvious.
Yeah. What was Cain's beef with Abel anyway?
Where's Pigskin when you need him?
Son.
Was he jealous?
Yeah, he was the favorite.
He was jealous.
What about the
perfect one?
What about the ones who are the two brothers that had the dad that couldn't see, and then they go in, and the one kid was furry and the other kid wasn't? Pigskin. I need Pigskin here. Where is he when I need him? Hey,
Yeah,
Bible.
that's a weird one.
Yeah. What's that?
That's a
Esau.
very weird one.
Jacob and Esau. Thank you very much. Martin
a-
Digman Rep is also
he's a Baylor Bear.
He's also well, there you go. He's also a Bible historian. Way to go, Andrew! You're the man. Oh, by the way, I wanted to give a shout out to Kenneth down the street at Centennial Bank. Apparently, he's listening to the show. I don't know. Sorry, we didn't have a T-shirt to send him. Come up here and buy your own T-shirt. They got a million of them in here.
No, we don't.
Not really. It's
No.
got some great shirts though.
Yeah, we got a lot of shirts, not a lot of T-shirts.
Okay. Give any? You usually have some cool T-shirts with some
Yeah.
fun little themes.
Yeah, we've got some.
There's
just
another
not-
local place that sells T-shirts. We do everything else.
Yeah, they're across the street and they do a really good job.
I was going to mention. I love them, but
yeah, no, they're awesome.
all right. Eric Sward. Let's do birthdays. You ready?
Yeah. Sorry for whoever's paired with me.
Boy, again. Christian, what do we have to give away today?
We got Alice Cooper tickets if you can come up here to get them before 4 p.m. today.
When is he playing?
Concert is tomorrow.
No more Mr. Nice Guy?
Yes.
How about that? Oh, my God. I saw the funniest clip today. And it just reminded me. I was like, I hope that's actually Alice Cooper. There was Dana White is going through. He's like, oh, man, he's going on about all these. He goes, when I was growing up, rap was great. You know, it was this band and this band and this band and this band. And then they like cut away to Mike Tyson sitting on a couch and he starts singing. He starts singing Living on a Prayer or something.
Oh, God.
And Dana White goes, that's Bon Jovi. And I was like, would you correct Mike Tyson in that situation? I wouldn't.
No.
I'd be like, oh, that is a great rap song, Mike. Excellent choice. All right, sorry.
I mean, somebody probably sampled it in a rap song. At some
Probably
point.
so. All right. Here we go.
Birthday trivia in the zone is brought to you by Elias Mexican Grill. Headed to the hill? Take exit 108 from either direction for award-winning Mexican food made fresh every day. It's Elias in Morrilton.
Okay. 661-1037. You want to go see a rock and roll legend? By the way, I was told and I read this morning that Ringo was great last night, apparently.
Yeah, it said that.
Christian said our camera's not on anyone, Wes. You're in charge of that.
No, it's on you now.
Okay.
It's on you.
It wasn't?
It wasn't at the beginning of the hour.
I was eating. I didn't want everybody watching me eat.
Yeah,
that's weird.
Why don't
That's
you?
awkward.
Was it during the?
Yeah, during the top of the hour break, and then I forgot to move it back.
Oh, okay.
But then I remembered.
I need one more player for Alice Cooper tickets, 661-1037. Jordan, you're going to be with Eric.
Sorry, Jordan.
Charlie, you're with Wes. 661-1037. Give me a player. Give me a player anytime soon. Eric, while we're waiting.
Yep.
What else do you want to tell us?
Well, we've got our Martin Dingman Lodge grand opening event this afternoon, starting at 5, going till 8. We'll have a wild game roast, which I ordered a lot of wild game.
What kinds of things? We have pheasant?
We got pheasant, quail.
I love quail.
Venison, duck foie gras.
Duck foie gras?
Yeah.
Oh, I love a little liver, buddy. Let's go.
Yeah.
It's a way to start a weekend.
Yeah.
5 to 8. So are we doing any Dingman specials, or we just have a great selection?
So you buy a pair of shoes, you get a free belt.
That's a great deal for me. I need a belt.
I mean, you know.
Maybe I should buy some shoes today. Will you sell me one before 5?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We're doing those deals all day.
Okay. So if they come in before.
Yes, they can come in whenever. But the actual event's from 5 to 8.
Okay.
And the Dingman family will be here, along with Andrew and some other young ladies that work for the company.
Awesome.
Yeah, and we've got the entire line of shoes to show you, as well as belts. So if we don't have it in the store, we'll have it here probably Tuesday, since they ship out of Lead Hill, 2.5 hours from here.
Yeah.
So yeah, come check it out. See some styles that you wouldn't normally see here.
Yeah, I love it. But the lodge will be here permanently.
Yes, the lodge is here permanently, and we'll have.
You've been wanting to do this for a while.
Yeah,
just didn't have the space.
Correct.
Hence the move.
Yep. That definitely helped. But we'll have about 25 styles in stock all year round.
Okay.
So much bigger assortment than what we had at the old store.
Excellent. I love it.
Yep.
Okay, let's get to it. Carl, you're going to be with Christian. Again, Charlie with Wes, and Jordan, you're with Mr. Sward. This NBA basketball player attended the University of Kansas, played for the Clippers, the Wizards,
Andrew Wiggins.
the Nets, and he won a championship with the Boston Celtics.
Paul Pierce.
Paul Pierce is correct, Christian. How old's Paul Pierce, Christian?
The truth. He is 44.
46.
Yes, he is. Bingo, bango. Well done. This guy was Paul Pierce's coach when he
Larry
won
Brown.
a championship in Boston.
Doc Rivers.
Doc Rivers, Christian. Very good. How old is Doc Rivers today? Slightly older than Paul Pierce, obviously.
64.
Wes?
67.
No.
62.
He is bingo bango. All right. This guy's a Rock and Roll Hall of Famer. And I realize in the minority, but I liked him as the lead singer of Van Halen.
Sammy Hagar.
Sammy Hagar, Wes by a nose. I think you got delayed
Probably.
there. But that's okay. Wes needs a point anyway. Christian, how old is that right?
No,
1,
it's
2,
me.
3. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
76.
Welcome back, Wes. Bingo bango.
Bingo bango. Hello.
This guy is
Kobe.
a Rock and Roll Hall of Famer, okay? It's not his name, but he once said you can call him Al. He likes to hang out with a guy named Julio, too.
That's
right, Wes. Paul Simon's exactly right. How's Paul Simon today?
Oh, gosh.
Dun, 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 dun.
Paul Simon is...
The horns.
Christian, I'm sorry. You go first, yeah. The Boy in the Bubble and the Baby with the Baboon Heart, and I Believe.
Paul Simon is...
Graceland's a great album.
81.
One of my favorites.
78.
82.
Bingo bango, wow.
Oh, Christian. With the assist.
You know, this lady is a former professional athlete, and a lot of people have asked this question before, but nobody asked it quite like she did. Why?
Nancy Kerrigan.
Nancy Kerrigan's exactly right, Wes.
I mean, she got hit with a tire
Crowbar.
iron. Yeah. I would too.
Yeah. Across the shins.
Yeah.
Can you imagine how painful that was?
Couldn't have felt good. How old is she?
Whew.
She got galulied. You're up first.
Oh, I'm up first?
Yeah.
56.
54.
Bingo bango. What's on fire today?
Smoking.
This guy is the
Ride my coattails.
This guy is the greatest player at his position in the history of the sport.
Larry Bird.
Wrong sport.
Also, there's a
What sport? Tom Brady.
Right sport, wrong
Wayne
position.
Gretzky. Oh.
Barry Sanders. Jerry Rice.
Jerry Rice is correct, Wes. Well done. Mississippi Valley State University, which plays UAPB this weekend after an off week. Let's go Lions. How old is Mr. Rice today? I call him Mr. Rice because I like to keep it formal because I have so much respect for him.
60. Today it's 60.
Okay. Christian?
Jer is
Jer.
64.
I call him Jer Bear.
62.
61. No point awarded. This guy is rich and famous.
Richard Branson.
And he likes
Elon Musk.
He likes sports, mostly football.
Robert Kraft.
Jerry Jones?
Jerry Jones is correct, Wes. Happy birthday to Jera. How old's Jera today?
I didn't know it's his birthday.
Well, buddy, I do. And
I
that's what I'm
texted
here
him
for.
earlier.
Did you?
Yeah.
How old's Jera today, boys?
I'm surprised it hasn't showed up on my feed yet.
Yep.
Shown up.
Jerry's 84.
Does he still own the Desperados too?
82.
81.
Bingo, bango,
Yeah,
Wes.
I knew that. He was 80. I remember him
For his
turning
80th
80
last year. Hookers
Yeah.
and cocaine. I mean, that's the way to do it.
That was Michael Irvin.
Oh, sorry.
That was the 90s Cowboys.
Yeah, come on.
That's enough. Wes rolled the victory. It's also Sasha Baron Cohen's birthday. He's 52 today.
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah, apparently
know
you
him.
don't.
Weirdo.
Anyway, Wes, good job.
Thank you.
That was a heck of a comeback. You started out slow,
Oh,
but
it's a terrible start.
you're with Charlie. Charlie, congratulations. You're a big
How
winner.
many points did I have?
A lot. Bobby Joe hung up. I was going to go to him.
Look at that. That may be the most points I've ever had.
Oh,
You were inspired by the UCA comeback.
Yes.
This person says Christian won 2 of those way before Wes got him. Well, I'm just telling you.
Delay got him.
Yeah.
Well, it wouldn't have mattered. I had 13.
I don't know, man.
So make it 11.
I've been working with my soccer team, telling them it doesn't matter what you think; it's what the ref calls. So
it's a great point.
This
person in the 501 says love Van Hagar. This person says, is there still hotels without a 13th floor? I don't know. That's what JK says. I don't know. Maybe. This is Boyd. Little Blue Book. Alabama 63, Arkansas 0. Come on. -6 yards rushing. Boyd. Come on. Other Southern Structural Solutions text line offerings. Days were easier to keep up with back then in a 13-month, 28-day calendar. 13-month, 28-day calendar. Okay.
I don't think anywhere in the Bible, well, in a few instances it does, but it didn't say on Friday Noah built his ark. It's like, it didn't say that. I don't think.
I'm with Christian. How do they know? I'm skeptical about anything before 1900. Yeah, me too. Anything before 1974, I didn't see with my own eyes, so I don't care. I think it didn't happen. Almond Joys. Yeah, that's a good one. I do like those. You an Almond Joy or a Mounds guy?
Almond Joys.
Yeah, same.
Mounds don't.
Yeah, that's right. Your kids do get installments if you die, says this person in the 501.
Oh, okay.
But then Drew says you can't pass on winnings.
Well, which is it?
I know. You pass, it's bye-bye. I'm taking my money. Put it in a trust until it'll last after you die. Okay.
Oh.
Uncle Sam the pimp has to get his cut, no doubt. I think KJ is hurt. They committed to him making the NFL and won't script the plays for him to get in harm's way. Well, if he wants to win some games, he needs to.
There was a debate yesterday. Would KJ come back for his super senior year? Would you want KJ back for a super senior year?
I would want KJ back. I don't think he's the problem.
Yeah, I don't think. I think it's our offensive line.
A guy called me a D word earlier today.
That's nice.
Yeah, I mean, he was mad because I said that I compared Arkansas and Alabama, the mismatch, to Vanderbilt, Georgia. It's a little excessive, admittedly, because I think the Alabama thing is like 30-something points. But I was like, I don't. You see where I'm headed there. I mean, it's nothing personal.
While I have you here, someone was also giving me grief that my suits are slim fit, tight. Or not tight, but they fit snug.
Yeah.
Style these days?
Yeah.
Thank you.
No, I've seen you.
What fits snug?
My suits.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they're fitted
Yes.
for sure, but I mean, that's the look you're going for.
Yeah. My wife buys them that way.
Yeah.
This person says, Acree, quite
look
frankly.
good.
Thanks.
I lost some faith in Pigskin, especially since he trashed you the last time you were out of town. Oh, did he now? He said that you said college football picks were bad radio, but the truth is you're terrible at making picks and you always lose. Not always, but a lot of times. I think going around the room and picking games is kind of bad radio, yes. I think it's lazy and it's kind
I
of
think
lame.
if you explain why you picked them, and kind of hashed it out that it can be good radio.
We walked through the matchups with Tom Murphy earlier. I thought that was fine. Just keep it moving. But like doing a 15-minute segment on picks, no, I don't think it's good radio.
Yeah, I don't think anybody out there gives a darn what I would pick or not.
And yeah, and to their point, I do miss almost every pick I make. I did get Alabama right last week, though, so bite me, jackass.
But our listeners do love when we are wrong.
Yes.
And we love when Pigskin's wrong.
Let's take a timeout. It's 12:33. We're here.
Are we doing Matt Stell?
Yeah, we're not going to do him. We're going to talk to him. He's on the other side of the break. Stay tuned.
Get in the zone with Justin Acree and Wes Moore every day from 10 to 1, live from the Oaklawn Racing Casino Resort Studios on 103.7 The Buzz.
This is Sports Center.
Arkansas takes on 11th-ranked Alabama tomorrow at 11 a.m. Coverage will start on the Buzz at 7 a.m. with the Hog Wild Game Day show, thanks to Mud Connections. Stay tuned after the game for the First Security fifth quarter postgame show. Central Arkansas hosts Stephen F. Austin in Conway. Kickoff for that game is set for 4 p.m. Coverage will start at 3 on the Point 94.1. And there are 4 ranked matchups nationally this weekend in college football. 7th-ranked Washington will host 8th-ranked Oregon at 2:30 on ABC. 21st-ranked Notre Dame will host 10th-ranked USC at 6:30 on NBC. 12th-ranked North Carolina will host 25th-ranked Miami at 6:30 on ABC, and 18th-ranked UCLA heads to Corvallis to face 15th-ranked Oregon State at 7 on Fox. I'm Christian Weaver with the Buzz Radio Network.
This is Pat Bradley. Tune in every Tuesday when I join Justin and Wes in the Zone. Brought to you by River City Flooring. Visit rivercityflooringinc.com, rivercityflooringinc.com.
Come on down to Doe's Eat Place at the corner of Ringo and Markham in downtown Little Rock for mouth-watering burgers, catfish, and steak by the pound. Oh, and don't forget our world-famous tamales, now open Monday through Friday, 11 to 2 for lunch, and Monday through Saturday, 5 to 9 for dinner. Family-owned and operated for over 35 years. And remember, Doe's Eat Place for goodness steaks.
The vehicle you'd buy if money was no object? Cadillac Escalade. With cash in hand, you'd still wait months to buy an Escalade and probably pay thousands over sticker price. Don't wait to buy your dream car, because you can win one this month from Saracen Casino and or Cadillac. Yes, win a luxurious Cadillac Escalade ESV only at Saracen Casino. Saracen is Little Rock's closest place to play.
Saracen Casino Resort, Vegas, Arkansas style.
Gambling problem? Call 800-522-4700.
This month is the 46th anniversary of Robert Irwin Jewelers. Get to a Robert Irwin Jewelers store near you and save big on engagement rings, anniversary bands, and diamond pendants. Bigger, brighter diamonds, better prices. Robert Irwin Jewelers or online at rijewelers.com.
From sales, service, parts, and rental equipment, River Valley Tractor does it all and does it right. Your leading Kubota dealer is right around the corner with 5 locations throughout Central Arkansas. River Valley Tractor, serving Central Arkansas and Bryant, Sherwood, Conway, Russellville, and Pine Bluff. Work smarter this year, not harder, with River Valley Tractor. Online at rivervalleytractor.com. River Valley Tractor, closer than you think.
It's football time in Arkansas. Step up to the line of scrimmage each Tuesday during Drive Time Sports for Scoop and Score with me, Kevin Bohannon. I'll give you the latest news and information about anything football from high school to college in the natural state. Special thanks to the Wood family of dealerships in Batesville for making this all happen.
You're listening to the best midday sports talk show in all of Arkansas. You're in the zone with Justin Acree and Wes Moore, coming to you live from the Oaklawn Racing Casino Resort Studio on the Buzz Radio Network.
Tonight we ride, right or wrong. Tonight we sail on the radio song.
All right, welcome back to Bell Sward in Conway. We're going to get Matt Stell on in a minute because he's coming to town. At least we think we're going to. I'll text him, Christian, if he is shunning you. You've been shunned a lot today. Are you starting to get sensitive?
No, it didn't really bother me.
Second all pays the same. I don't care if they answer or not. Let me tell you about Cash in Little Rock. If you're planning a holiday party, Eric, for your staff, you should get set up now for Cash. Well, you should. You should give a little bit back.
I'm going to get him some little scissors hot ready.
Okay, well, that's fine. Well, I would like my my boss to take me to Cash. And if you want to book a party for the holiday season. 501-850-0265. Or maybe you want to take your lovely wife to a nice casual lunch down in the River Market, or maybe a romantic dinner. You know, you can drop the kid off at my house, and then, we'll watch a ball game or something, drink a couple cold ones, soda pops, and you come back and pick them up. Happy to help out. Anyway, do something nice for someone in your life or yourself. Go to Cash, downtown Little Rock. They offer free valet parking. It's true. It's a lovely place. Go by and see them. And, again, if you're booking any kind of special event, they've got a room that will hold up to 30 people, and then upstairs you can get the space that holds up to 150 comfortably. And, again, it all comes with free valet parking, great food, locally owned by a Little Rock family, and just an awesome spot. So go by and see our friends at Cash real soon. I'm going to text Matt, but why don't we do our Zone Rewind, Christian, in the meantime? How about that?
Now it's time to look back. It's the best interview and show moments of the week. It's the Zone Rewind. Brought to you by Southern Floor Coating. They have factory-trained installers and absolutely will not be beaten on price. When you're ready to transform your patio, porch, or pool deck, don't just trust anybody. Call the real pros at Southern Floor Coating. 501-402-4912 or check them out online at southernfloorcoating.com.
Well, a lot of broadcasters have been put in a lot of weird positions. Last night, it was the great Al Michaels having to address the elephant in the room. Well, she's not really an elephant. She's not even really particularly large, but he had to mention Taylor Swift last night. Jim Nantz also put in the same position. Here's Jim Nantz from the last Kansas City game talking about Travis Kelce's famous girlfriend.
Welcome back to U.S. Bank Stadium here in Minneapolis. In case you're wondering, 7 words I thought would never leave my lips in my career. What are they? Taylor Swift is not at the game. That's a first for me. I've never said that before. There's some broken-hearted people I just saw on the stands. Yeah. She was questionable all week, but it looks like it's officially an act.
See what you did there.
Well, it's always fun when the broadcast team is talking about anything besides the game. Joe Buck and Troy Aikman had a little conversation about baseball this week on their broadcast.
Speaking of October, how about my Rangers?
Now I'm
on that bandwagon. You bet I am.
I'll give you $100 if you can name 4 players for the Rangers.
You know, there was a time when I didn't have to work with you in October. I don't know. I don't know what happened to those days.
Those are long gone. You're stuck. By Rangers. 3rd down and 1.
That was good.
That was 2 good zingers.
That was
back
good.
and forth.
Yeah, that's fun. That sounds like something we would debate. I can name 4 Cubs though. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, yesterday was amazing. We had a couple of great interviews. I love talking to the guy that has the Carnival Company. But we also talked to Dana Kunze, who is the world famous high diver who won 8 championships and set 7 world records and had a high dive almost 200 feet. He high dived out of an elevator. High dived out of a helicopter. He high dived off a bridge into the Mississippi River like a lunatic. Anyway, he was fascinating. They're doing shows 3 days a week, or 3 days a week. They're doing shows 3 times a day at the Arkansas State Fair, which is underway now. So get out there and check it out. And I'm definitely going to make it a point to go over and watch those dudes dive 80 feet into basically a bucket of water. It's ridiculous anyway.
We used to go out and when the coach said, hey, listen, if you're going to turn pro, there's this one other little thing you need to learn, and that's high diving. And so he would take us out to the Mississippi River bridges, and we would dive off of these bridges and these high trestles into the Mississippi River. And the crazy thing about it was, and I think about it now and I go, what the heck was I thinking? But we were swimming a good mile and a half in the current to try to get out of the river before we could get to the side of the river after diving in some of these places. So really, when I was 13 years old, I did a dive that was about 115 feet. Off the bridge in Minneapolis there. And I don't think anybody at 14, 15 years old had ever done that.
Okay, here's the deal about the I asked him about the Golden Gate Bridge, and he said his mom talked him out of it. Meanwhile, this kid's 13, and he's high diving, okay? He's also, like in his teenage years, he's doing these crazy high dives. Like, not just on the diving team, but on these crazy high dives. He says mom talked him out of the Golden Gate Bridge. I'm calling BS. I don't think his mom talked him out of it at all. He realized, no, this could be the one that actually kills me. His highest dive ever is 175 feet.
Right.
220 feet from the span to the water. He's like, another 50 feet, dude, that may do me in. I think he's afraid. I think he's a chicken.
Maybe it was during high tide and it wasn't quite as high. The water level's up.
What do you mean?
The water?
What about it?
Rises with the tide.
Right.
Maybe it's not quite as 200 feet. Maybe it's up higher.
I'm reading on Wikipedia that it's 220 feet from the bridge to the water. My point is, it's 50 feet almost.
Higher than his record.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think he chickened out. He says his mom talked him out, and I think he's chicken.
Yeah,
and when I see him again, I'm going to tell him.
He said he considered the 200 feet level, but decided not to.
Yeah, and I'm like, if you're going to jump out of a helicopter into a body of water, you can go as high as you want. So don't tell me like how impressive you are from 775 feet into some water. Let's see the 200 plus. Jump off the Golden Gate Bridge. That's the ultimate. I think guy's soft. I'm going to tell him.
Okay.
Let's hit a break. We'll try to get a hold of Matt Stell. He's hiding from us right now. But there he is. Hi, Matt. He says sorry. Okay, ready. We'll call Matt on the other side real quick, and then we'll check in with the guys from Out of Bounds, too. 12:44, about done here at Bell Sward. They're open tonight, 5 to 8, free wild game, and a free Bible lesson, if, in fact, you want one. We'll pray before we eat our quail here tonight, my friend. Andrew's going to hook you up. But come by and see our friends over here, Bell Sward, the new location on Oak Street. If you don't know where it is, it's across the street from the old location on Oak Street. Put it in your GPS. People kill me all the time. They're like, oh, how do you get there? Here's the address. Put it in your GPS. It's 2023. Well, I don't know if I can find it. Yes, you can. It's a GPS. Just put it in, drive to where it tells you to go. It's very simple. Very simple. Anyway. You got
Gwatney Chevrolet?
I love them. Big fan.
Trade in the phone, and you can get a down payment. And the older the phone, the more you're going to get. A current phone, $500 down payment allowance. Flip phone, $550. A brick phone, $600 down payment allowance. And the vintage back phone is $700 in down payment allowance. So don't go trade your phone for another phone. Trade it for a down payment allowance at Gwatney Chevrolet. They're offering no payments for the rest of the year. 2023 Silverado, 0% with approved credit. You can get 2.9% on a 2024 Equinox. Great deals happening at Gwatney Chevrolet. Go to the website, GwatneyChevrolet.com. Take a look at all the inventory, see all these great deals, then head to the Gregory Street exit in Jacksonville and get you a new ride this weekend at Gwatney Chevrolet.
I'm talking about Elliot's Mexican Grill. Take exit 108 from either direction for award-winning Mexican food made fresh every day. The Keith Special, a Mexican hibachi dish with fresh steak, chicken, or shrimp. Tuesdays are Taco Tuesdays, and they're only $1.99 at Elliot's, and now they're serving homemade tortillas. Fresh pies for dessert along with soft-serve ice cream. Elliot's Mexican Grill, award-winning Mexican food with daily lunch specials Monday through Friday, 11 to 2. You take exit 108 to Elliot's Mexican Grill in Morrilton.
At Stevens, our philosophy is to invest every dollar as if it were our own, to seize opportunity, to anticipate rather than react, to deliver constant focus in an ever-changing world, and to pursue the objectives of our clients in order to help them reach their financial goals. A proven history of helping companies and individuals. Stevens, member NYSE SIPC.
The end of the year is near, and Gwatney is pulling out all the stops to remain Pulaski County's #1 Buick GMC dealer. Big pre-owned inventory and even bigger discounts on new Buicks and GMCs, even with manufacturer price increases. Gwatney Buick GMC next to Sam's in North Little Rock is selling new 2024 models at 2023 prices. You've seen the news. The time to trade is now, before the current auto industry climate skyrockets used prices and all new inventory is depleted. Don't wait. Call Gwatney 501-945-4444. It's the end of the year blowout. Only at Gwatney Buick GMC in North Little Rock. Interest rates as low as 0.9%. And get new and pre-owned vehicles with no payments for the rest of the year. Stop by Gwatney Buick GMC and register to win a new Hummer. 5700 Landers Road in North Little Rock. 501-945-4444. Gwatney Buick GMC.com. GMC, we are professional grade. All offers with approved credit.
At Southern Floor Coating, coatings are all they do, and they won't be beat on price. Factory-trained installers using the purest form of polyurea with UV stability for all your outside projects. When you call, you'll talk with a professional interested in your project, not a voicemail. Don't trust a fly-by-night company that may not be in business next year. Transform your patio, porch, or pool deck and call the real pros at Southern Floor Coating. 501-402-4912 or take a look at southernfloorcoating.com.
We're back with Wild Bill at Motorsports Authority. Great selection here on the lot, but what about my trade-in, Wild Bill?
We'll trade for just about anything as long as you don't have to feed it. We'll put top dollar in that trade. I'm getting country fried crazy during this sale right now, and I'll tell you what, folks, it's a lot of fun to do business with us. So if you're wanting top dollar for your trade, you need to come see us.
You can check out the complete selection online at msastore.com. Better yet, come see us in Russellville on East Main, in Hot Springs on Central. You better get down here to Motorsports Authority.
Touchdown!
Welcome back to the Zone in the Oaklawn Racing Casino Resort Studio on the Buzz Radio Network with Justin Acree and Wes Moore.
Did you hear that brilliant fade right there?
Yeah.
From Green Day to Matt Stell. You know why? Because Green Day ain't playing the Arkansas State Fair. But Matt Stell is. He's part of a great musical lineup, and he's kicking things off tonight over there at the State Fair. And Matt probably doesn't know all the other great things that are happening at the fair, like the high dive dude and the deep-fried peanut butter and jelly sandwich. But, Matt, we're here to tell you there's a lot of really good attractions this year at the fair, and you are chief among them in our book. How are you?
Man, you're telling me
Yes.
that there's somebody dives off something into something at the State Fair this year?
Matt, this is like the old-school cartoon. This guy jumps off an 80-foot dive into a glass of water. It's amazing.
And it's like a little bitty tower he has to climb, and the platform is 1 foot by 1 foot that he stands on to dive into the water.
From 80 feet in the airs.
And the water's like 9.5 feet deep.
I've never had a lie told to me by the Zone and Justin Aker, but I'm having a hard time believing that that's even possible. That's the most amazing thing I've ever heard.
Matt, they do it 3 times a day too, sir. That is part of it. That's what's crazy about it. So anyway, we're
3 times a day?
Yes.
Wow.
It's insanity. So if you get a chance, you might want to get out there a little early, grab you a deep-fried peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and then go over and watch this dude do it. So it says Phil Vassar with special guest Matt Stell. What exactly is the arrangement tonight?
Well, I can tell you the arrangement is we go on. We're going to take the stage at 7 o'clock, and we're going to play. We're going to play an hour, and then Phil Vassar, Phil Vassar is one of these guys in country music, and this happens in all kinds of genres, but I feel like in country a lot too, is that you will forget how many absolute bangers that he has. Just hit, and he'll just get up there, him and his piano, and just play a bunch of hit songs, and you'll be singing to them all night. And so I'm looking forward to getting up there, playing maybe a couple of my little old hit songs, and then being a fan, being a Phil Vassar fan, just right after that. And this is getting to play a hometown. I'm actually back up here in Conway County right now, watching the leaves turn brown here at my grandma's house. So it's nice to be home.
Oh, buddy, that's nice. What have you been up to in general? You've been touring a lot. You've been gigging a bunch. Are you taking some downtime? You writing some music? What are we up to?
Bro, no downtime. It's all uptime, my friend. We've been writing the songs, and we've been touring everywhere. Last night, one of my favorite times of year is, which y'all may know, country music has a partnership with St. Jude that's really special. And so I was at St. Jude yesterday, touring the campus, and part of their country music seminar that the radio from Alabama started. So that was great last night, and I get to come here, play a hometown show, see a bunch of friends and family at the State Fair, where I used to watch a bunch of bands that come through. Evidently, there's someone that's going to that's going to impress me with diving in a parking lot.
Mhm.
That's an added bonus. And then we'll take off to to Quincy, Illinois tomorrow. Charleston, West Virginia Sunday. Man, we rocking and rolling. Got new music out. New single dropped on Spotify and Amazon Music and all that. Dropped on Friday. So man, we're rocking and rolling.
What's the new song called?
New song's called "Breaking in Boots."
Breaking
I'm really excited about it. As a matter of fact.
in Boots.
Do the juices flow a little bit different tonight when you're playing at home?
Say that one more time.
Do the juices flow a little bit different when you're playing at home tonight?
Absolutely, they do, man. I get to, we stay. I stay on the road constantly, all the time. I have for a long time. So a lot of times getting, when the tour calendar brings me back home and I get to kind of host. I got my grandmamas coming. I got my mom coming. I got my stepmom, my brothers and sisters. They all going to be out there, some friends and some family. As a matter of fact, one of my buddies just a while ago texted me and he was like, "Hey, dude, are you in Arkansas?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he said, "Well, the buzz is trying to get a hold of you." And I was like, "Oh, yeah." Grandma's out. So shout out to my buddy Lawson for poking me on making sure I'm doing my job. But yeah, dude, it's a hometown show. It's a home game for sure.
Thanks, Lawson. I appreciate you. Matt Stell joining us on the Brandon Moving and Storage Hotline. Tonight, you can watch for free, but it's $20 if you want to get a reserved seat tonight. So I suggest you pay the $20, get yourself a seat, and park it down in front because you're going to have a few hours worth of great music between Matt, followed by Phil Vassar. And I went through some of his songs yesterday. You're right. I was not real familiar with this guy. But, he's got quite a collection of tunes, and we always love your music as well. Now, Matt, I'm looking at your schedule here, and I see between November 11th and December 9th, no dates on the tour. Does that mean that we're going to fill those in later, or does that mean you're going to be around Nashville? Because I'm going to be coming over to your your current hometown in that period of time.
Oh man, you got to holler at your boy. I'll be during that time. I've got a few things like some like private stuff to do. But if we're in town, we're always going to link up, my guy.
Well,
yeah, you holler at me.
I will. I don't need to know anything about your private time. But that following weekend, like the 18th weekend, I'm over there like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I think. So anyway, but I'll give you a ring. Well, have a great show tonight. I'm going to go watch my son play a little high school football tonight, so I'm going to miss the show. But I hope you have a great turnout, have a blast tonight. You got good weather, and should be awesome tonight. So welcome home, my friend.
Absolutely, man. It's so nice to talk to people back home who I'm friends with and who I know are also already tired of college football this year. Because nobody, when you live abroad, it's kind of you're suffering by yourself a little bit.
Yep.
But it's so nice when you get back home and you realize that all your friends, they're suffering too. So misery loves company, and who knows? But it's nice to be amongst friends.
Yeah, when you take that stage tonight and you look over that State Fair crowd, you just remind yourself, I don't have to talk about the Razorbacks for 3 hours a day. What a job I got. Oh, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Anyway.
Baseball school.
Yeah, maybe they'll go baseball school. Maybe they'll beat Bama this weekend, shock the world. We'll see. Matt, appreciate you, buddy. Take care. Have a good time tonight.
All right, boys. We'll see y'all later.
All right. Go see Matt Stell and Phil Vassar tonight. Eric, thank you for having us, buddy. I appreciate you very much. You're fantastic. Always have been, always will be. Two of my all-time favorites, Matt Stell and Eric Sward in the same show.
I never thought it'd be in the same sentence as Matt Stell.
I know.
Thank you.
Well, I do love you both. I mean, you guys are both great at your jobs, and you're good dudes.
Okay.
And you tolerate me, so I appreciate
venison tonight.
That's right. Starting at 5.
Venison tonight.
Oh, yeah. Quail, venison.
All of it.
Duck.
It's good weather for eating some game.
Yeah, PETA's not going to be happy. We're eating all that, and we're doing like leather shoes and belts. So
yeah,
suck it, PETA. We don't care about you.
It's definitely not an event that they would want to attend.
They're not invited anyway. That's fine.
That's fine.
Tonight, Birch Street Community's High School Game of the Week. Clinton at CAC, phenomenal. Don't forget about the Ortho Arkansas High School scoreboard show tonight, recapping all the big wins. Wes will be out on Fox 16. Actually, somebody will be.
Nope.
Doing the
I'm
recap.
off tonight.
That's up.
You're off tonight.
You got homecoming for your daughter.
Homecoming for my daughter. I'm walking her at halftime.
Let's check in real quick back in the studio with John Neighbors. John, what's up, buddy?
What's going on, guys?
Just wrapping things up here. It's been a busy, crazy day. What's going on with you guys?
Well, it's going to be an easy Friday show for us. So we're going to have Steve Sullivan of KATV joining us in the 2 o'clock hour. We're going to have Ryan Fowler of Tide 100.9 talking a little Arkansas and Alabama. And after talking with him, he's actually not sold on Bama and feels like there's a chance Arkansas could win this game. Pretty fascinating stuff.
What time is this? What time is
it? At 3 o'clock. Yeah, take a few shots before you get into it, and let's get crazy. Let's see what happens.
Oh, my God.
Yeah,
He's a homer, too.
Tune in for the sports talk. Stick around for the stand-up comedy. It's Out of Bounds. I can't wait to hear this. All right, I'll listen to that. We didn't get Eli Gold on this week. That breaks my heart.
Is he back?
Yeah, he's back. 100%.
Oh, good.
He's very, very good at broadcasting.
He's
All right.
very, very back.
Get yourself decked out, folks. Booted and suited. 10 to 6 Monday through Friday, 10 to 5 on Saturday. Eric's taking Sunday off. Stick around for Out of Bounds. I cannot wait to hear this dude make his case for Arkansas over Bama. Should be great. Adios, amigos. Talk to you Monday from the Little Rock Touchdown Club. Right?
Jackie Sherrill.
Woo!
Hi, I'm Rick Pennington of Lions Drug. We have great news. Generic Cialis is now available at a huge savings. We have today